You know what? We are not watching this first game in this ringer.
Yeah, he was kind of shit.
It was a fucking mess, bro.
I looked for the Zen like 50 times. Oh, not there, but on another point.
I'm going straight to second map. Like, the one thing I'll say about that map is University is not a fantastic double shield map. Like, double shield you want to play with long sight lines, and University is like a brawl map. I'm very surprised you won on your double shield there. Not because you played bad, but because their comp was just so much better than yours.
Straight to the map where it's my POV for the entire thing.
Oh boy, let's go.
Right, the rest is all my POV.
Please
so.
ignore my first round, the first point I fucked up so badly.
We'll have a look. As long as you know why you fucked up, that's fine. Like, making mistakes is fine. Like, your own scrims to practice.
I mean, it didn't help that I couldn't hear Sad. I had to turn him up right after the first point.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we'll chill somewhere near Zap.
Right, you guys playing Dive with the
Just
Widow.
making sure that we're all set up.
They do this weird Bastion TP, I think, don't they?
Yeah, I do.
Probably
Is it
gonna
Bastion
be
TP? No, okay, it's just a TP. I don't understand the need for the TP here. It was very strange. Sad kind of memeing.
Yeah, we're
The
leaving.
emotes.
They're behind you, Zap. You come out of the room. Come out of the room. You're not gonna be able
Very
to
aggro position. Sad's not here, is he? Okay, very aggro position. But as long as like Sky, you're gonna be there to DM him out, like that's okay.
let them to come to the bridge.
Been 15 second check comp. No, I'm trying to tell you that they have a Sombra.
Ross keep telling me to do something to while I wasn't
Yeah,
in
I
the
didn't
game.
realize that you weren't in the game. Because I'm used to it just being
Listen
you.
to Zap. I'm being dive. I'm being dive. They're playing rush.
We're down our mercy, it's still winnable. Still winnable, still winnable.
No, we're playing in the room. We don't want to play in the room.
Help you, Anna, help you, Anna, help you, Anna.
Kill the monkey, kill the monkey.
You do understand their comp, right?
Yeah.
What comp are they running?
They scout with Summer hack someone, they dive it, right?
This is not a dive comp.
No?
This is a rush comp. This is
Ah.
a rush brawl comp.
They just run a variation of double bubble, but without the double bubble.
No, it's rush. It's a different
Well, I
comp
mean-
entirely. It's rush.
Oh, because it's a Lucio.
You rush in with Winston, Diva, Reaper, Sombra, and then you got Lucio and Moira. Like, you know how they were all together in that small room and they didn't appear to be quote unquote diving anybody? It's because that's not the way this comp works. They want to rush on a target, and that's exactly what they did, right? Like, everyone was caught out in that room because she was playing too close. They rushed onto her. It's as simple as that. Like, the reason for this is that you want to use your speed boost again like you would a brawl comp, but then you still have mobility to go that extra distance if you need to. Like, you can still go further and secure kills. You're also relatively undivable as well. Like, who in their comp do you really dive other than maybe Lucio? But a good Lucio will speed amp and boop you away.
Nice.
Can I get a DM to raise on him, maybe?
Targets
Still on
Ross.
the Moira. Moira, one.
Well, it saves me saying it in the VOD review.
Overextended.
They have a couple diveable targets here that we really
Yeah.
focus on.
So Aaron's
really
asking
wanna
you to call
find that Sombra.
diveable targets, which is fine. But like we just said, it is difficult. I'm not saying you can't. It is difficult to find a dive target in here. You can go for the Winston once he's committed his jump. You can go for Lucio. If you see like Moira or Reaper use their Wraith, they become more diveable, right?
Yeah,
More
Diva,
heavy in there.
play with me, bro. Oh, someone here.
I'm gonna
No,
use
kill someone, someone. Nice.
Wow, I'm surprised that somebody didn't recall.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Who's on couch?
She already recoiled.
No one.
Oh, she recalled into server. Okay.
Just
Yeah.
Okay. What's wrong with this picture, Sky? You and Sad are both making the same mistake.
We're
should
way
be on the
too
top,
far
maybe?
forward.
You're not on this high ground. Let me get my pen up.
Oh, not the pen.
The legendary pen.
You
should
mean
be
I
up
need
It's
to
Yep.
there, bro.
Like you should be like you always want to play this high ground and the one behind you, no blue boxes.
Yeah.
Like ideally you want Anna, Mercy, and Widow on the blue box back here, like behind where the Diva is, and then you want your tanks to play up here, and Genji can float around. Genji can play like sort of up here as well. They can poke for damage. You can peek down this choke here where the stairs are.
Someone's on the top left, I think, on the high ground above us. I
It
think
ain't
because I
you.
go up there.
That's the problem. Oh, I closed that. Didn't mean to do that. Like if somebody's, it doesn't look like there's anyone up there, but the problem is you're not up there. Okay, so Ross, I
It's
think
me.
that is. I'm looking at this in
Yeah.
fucking 1 pixel.
It's 1080p. I make sure that it's 1080p.
See how the Diva was already up there? She was able to then deny you the high ground because she was up there previously, right? You need to be up there first because then you control the high ground. If you're having to use your boosters to get up there, but she's already there, so she uses her boosters to stop you having that high ground, and then she retains it. I mean, obviously she's bad and she doesn't, but a good Diva would fly back to the high ground, right?
Yeah.
And that's all because she took the initiative to take the better position first.
I'm gonna primal.
Like, if you and your monkey were up there, like, I know obviously we can see through the wall, right? But if you're up here, you can also see down here, right? They have to commit resources to get to you. If they start hurting you and they haven't jumped up yet, you just walk backwards and you're safe, and then your Anna heals you up. 2 seconds later, you walk forward again, and all you want to do is cleave. Cleave down here from the high ground. So you're up here, you're cleaving down here, you're cleaving the monkey, you're cleaving this guy, you're cleaving this guy, and you're building ult charge, right? It's going to be difficult for you guys to dive a target without either committing ults to win the fight or them making a mistake to win the fight because of the type of comp they're playing. So you just want to be farming ults. You being up here, you take a bit of spam damage, Anna gets ult. You've got Prime 1 anyway, but you would have Bomb as well. And then you go in with Nano Blade, right?
Yeah.
What do they have to stop your Nano Blade?
They don't have beat yet, so.
Exactly. If you were playing this high ground and just constantly holding this position, you would have Nano easily.
Fair. I was a little confused where he
Like,
disappeared to.
look at this picture. Like, Sad kind of fed by going through here. Like, you don't want to go past your healers. You know your Anna should be playing up there on blue box, right? Your Mercy's going to be playing on blue box. Your Widow's going to be playing there. Like, play in a position where your team can follow you up, right? Like, Sad going through here. Like, I guess Diva's low. But these guys don't die.
He was lucky to survive.
Maybe Diva dies. But these guys don't die to one Primal Winston. Like, they just don't. It's not a very valuable push. It's high risk, low reward. Because this guy, even in your primal, will fucking annihilate you. This girl is just going to hack you, so you can't jump back out, right? Like, you will feed. You just stay up here, bit of patience, and wait for them to make a mistake. Maybe you see their Reaper use their cooldown. You see Mora use Wraith. One of these guys get low due to your cleave. You know, you're gonna have this guy on the high ground, this guy on the high ground, this guy on the high ground. You can cleave one of these to get low, and then drop to about here, and finish them off. Maybe to this corner, like where the stairs turn around. You can maybe go this far just to secure a kill, but do not go past here. You then walk back up once you get the kill, and use your mobility because you haven't had to use it to chase because you've been on a good position in the high ground because you've just hopped down, right? You haven't had to use your boosters. You haven't had to use your dash. You haven't had to use your Winston jump. You just walk down, take out that kill, and then all you have, Diva boosts out, Genji dashes out, Monkey jumps back out to the high ground, and then you rinse repeat. You just cleave. Like the whole time you're doing that, they're not pushing cart. Like look, nobody is on cart. Like all you care about is time right now.
We need Sad in here.
I think Sad's mechanically alright, but he really needs to work on his positioning and on his engages. He plays very solo ranked and just expects people to follow him up, even if it's not in a position where the comp wants to play. Like I rate him as a player, but he just needs to spend time to he just needs to chill, right? Just needs to be a little bit more patient.
Can you
chill
DM me
and
or
not
text
have
me?
to do everything at 100 miles an hour all the fucking time. Like, I know I've been going on about your brawl, like rushing all the time, but you should all be together, right? Whereas dive, it's not the same. Like, especially with this sort of comp difference where they can all get away from you, and like where you're gonna have your Anna set up and your Widow set up, they're not gonna be able to, like, if you like, even if you jump down here, right? You know, I don't know who this is. It's fucking 2 pixels. I'm assuming it's Ross.
That's Genji, so yeah.
Yeah. Can you see that better than I can? Because dude, that looks like 2 pixels to me.
I can
We have
just see the
720p,
legs.
so
So like Ross being down here, who's gonna help you? Like,
I saw the 1 HP
I
and
know
went
that
for it.
I know this looks juicy, but what if he just boops you away in amps? You know, Mora heals. I'm assuming this is Mora as well. I really cannot see these people. But this is risky, right? This is risky because Mercy can't heal you. I mean, like, you can see Mercy's been here, but she should be up on this high ground behind.
That's Sombra
She could get away with the cheeky heal here, right? In all theory, but that then opens her up to spam damage this way. No, I know they're not running much spam in this comp, so it's not the worst thing in the world, you know. Diva can DM here while Mercy stood here healing you. That's okay, but you're still only using half your team, right? Let's see what happens. I'm assuming you do kill the Sombra.
I mean, you can
Nope.
go in and help.
No.
me,
Oh,
right?
he's on
I
me,
dashed out.
No, I can't. I can't.
Get out if we can.
I have
And then
one.
they just rush on your mobile target. See who they're killing. Like, look who's dead and who's still alive. They don't care about this person because she flies away. Don't care about you because you dash away. Don't care about you because you boost away. Don't care about you because you jump away. Yeah, Widow's got a bit of mobility, but it's not great. It's not reliable. You can still follow that up. And Pain ain't fucking getting that for shit. They've just gone straight for your mobile targets. Whilst you guys have overcommitted to their back line.
People on your ass.
If we
Can you nano blade?
Hold on. Anna
wait,
just died.
wait for Seth. Wait for Seth.
Russ, pick Mercy.
You had 4 ults alive. Why did you come back out here, Sky?
I didn't
Like-
mean.
You could have booped the Winston into your team here and had a nice wall for cover.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, in hindsight, you're about to get hacked. You do have Mercy heals, but you ain't getting out of here. You're hacked, so you can't even remech with bomb. You can't fly out. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4 people, probably a 5th somewhere else, ready to kill you.
Yeah. My first point was pretty atrocious.
Reaper top left. Reaper top left. I'm with you, Seth.
Like, the fact that you get to high ground here is so fucking lucky.
Kill Reaper.
Is it you ready?
Guys calling me. I
No, me now.
Like, I'm not sure why you two tanks are engaging right now. You've got time. Like, Carl's hit. What's the rush? Why are you diving 2v6? What are you achieving right now?
Absolutely fuck all.
You're about to die. Sad's about to die. And these guys are going to be sat there twiddling their thumbs with their finger up their ass because they've got fuck all to do while you guys respawn. All the while, these guys are going, oh, this is juicy ult charge for us, 6v2, easy peasy, 6v4, easy peasy. Oh, and we'll push the cart while we do it. Just chill. You don't have to do something all the time. Patience.
Reaper's low.
So, we lose Sad, you get demected.
Beat you, bitch.
They beat for some weird reason.
Need help.
Oh, because he blades, okay.
They're diving our Anna, guys. Help.
How much more value would you have got of that blade then if you had Monkey and Diva following up your targets?
Decent amount.
Yeah, but they engaged too early. Like, you don't care, right? Where do you care where the cart is?
When it's near the point.
Do you care if it's here?
No.
Do you care if it's here?
No.
Do you care if it's here?
Wait, was that?
No,
Where
it's
was
here.
that?
Here.
No.
We can't see what you're drawing, by the way, James. If you're drawing anything, you can just see the pen.
Oh, really? What, so you
Yeah,
can't see this line?
no.
We
No,
can
we
just
can't see
we
shit.
can just see the
Yeah.
reticle for the pen. Well, you
Maybe
know what I
fix
mean.
that.
The icon for the pen.
I just thought you were using it as a pointer because it's bigger than a mouse.
fine. Let me use a different color. That's kind of hard to see there.
I can't even see the thing. It's loading.
Is it not coming through?
Hey. It's just loading.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Why does my Discord audio resetting?
Can you see the stream now?
Yeah.
So those crosses at the top. Do
Yep.
you care if the cart is in those positions?
Nope.
No.
So why did you take an engage when the cart was here, with 2 people?
No reason.
That's fine. That's a good answer as long as you recognise it. You care if the cart is here. You care if the cart is here, and you care if the cart is here, right?
James, you know
Sort
why
of
we took a
colour.
fight like that? Because we're feeders.
The whole time the cart is here, you don't care. You don't care. You don't care. Just win the fight. You know, if the cart goes from here to maybe, I don't know, here, but then in this time that you're doing something useful, you're scouting, you're regrouping, and then you win the fight here, the cart's going to roll back to about here anyway. Then you're in a position where you're set up and you can just keep engaging. You know, keep engaging on the same point, keep engaging on the same point, and they'll never get to here.
Sad.
Hello, Sad.
Sad. I'm going to go back because some of these bits have been very relevant to yourself. Let's go back and just watch this last night.
Alright, I'm from my phone.
You're lagging, are you, Sad?
And a little.
Yeah, just a little.
Just a little.
So Sad even called get out, right? Like Sad said get out, get out. Why do you want a nano blade here? I mean, you've just lost your Anna anyway, but why do you want a nano blade, Sad? Like, what value is this blade?
Why did you
Let me
turn
change
the
colour again.
volume up again?
Is Sad here?
We're
Yeah,
on
but
Gibraltar.
Like, you've just lost Widow, you've just lost Anna. You've called like 2 seconds before to back out. Why do you want a blade here?
I don't know. Maybe I talked about next fight, or I wanted to do it earlier.
No, you said it, and the
You
second that you
asked it
said it, the
now.
Anna died.
Yeah, you asked for it now. Like, we were just talking, right? So, the question I've got for you, Sad. Do you care if the cart is here?
No,
Do you care if the cart's here?
not really. I mean, there's a corner. There are corners that you want to hold sometimes.
Corners aren't super relevant to you right now because you're playing
Not on
dive.
Gib.
Like, I appreciate there are going to be like certain positions on the map you want to hold for sure, but generally speaking, you only care if the cart gets here, here, or here, right?
Yes.
Let's watch this through, and I'm going to pause it. Wait for Sad, wait for Sad. Why are you calling when your supports are in spawn and the cart is here? Why are you rushing to take a fight?
I mean, maybe I'm dumb, but also perhaps I didn't notice.
I don't think you're dumb. I just think you just want to do something all the time. And you get staggered a lot because of it. You put yourself in bad, or you overextend a lot because of it. Like, you don't need to be doing something all the time. I know, like, people will talk about APM and say, you know, the more actions per minute you do, the more value you're going to get. But there is no value in you two, because you're the only two on point right now, jumping into these 6 people. Like, the cart is here currently. Do you care if it's here?
Nope.
Do you care if it's
Not
here?
really.
Not fully, but kind
No,
of.
Yeah.
correct answer. You don't care. You don't care. You care if it's here. So there's no need for you to take a 2v6 right now.
Are you trying to say it only matters if they're about to cap, right? That's
Yeah,
what you're trying to say.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you don't care until the
Then-
car gets to the cap points, right?
And all the time.
So you're now Mercy's here, Monkey's here, and Diva's here. Pen's probably nearly back from spawn, maybe with the Widow. Like, who on your team do
Oh,
you see
there
right now?
goes, there goes Sad. He'll probably come back. He was probably just lagging. There he is.
Okay, I'm at my PC. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yep.
So where's your support right now? Like, we've seen all of their team in this area. You've got yourself under here, Diva's up here. I think this is Widow on my 2 potato pixels right now, down here. Just chill. Take your time to get up. Let Anna get ready to play. You know, behind the forklift. Maybe she took the high ground.
But
What's-
they will push forward. They have mobility. They will jump at us.
Okay,
Now all the costs there.
that's fine. What's the problem with that?
They will hold the space. I think.
No,
But
but we're playing dive.
how are you gonna take the space as 3 people against 6?
You want. You probably want to reset and come back as a full team.
Yeah, like you don't need like this is a problem that you have, Sad. You want to be doing something all the time. You're like, oh no, they've got this space. The cart's halfway down. Oh no, we need to do something. We need to stop them. Like you don't chill. You don't care if the cart's here. You care if it's here, right?
Right.
Like don't take a hugely disadvantaged fight before your team are ready to go in when you don't have to.
Yeah,
As
I think.
long
I
as it
think.
doesn't get here,
I
you
think
can
I
wait
remember.
all the time in the world.
I got pissed. We didn't use our abilities.
Yeah, you do have a lot of ults online.
We had Nano Blade and we didn't use it.
Like all you've accomplished here is you're now dead, Diva's now demet, and you're going to take a 4v6 at the very best. And now they are going to push here, right? Because they're always going to be at least a 6v4, if not better for them. Because you've engaged too early, and so has your Diva. You've thrown this point away right now. Like there's no way you pull this back. I mean, they weirdly commit beat for a Blade when they could have just shot him. Like, look where Urana was set up. She couldn't even push through the choke at that point. Like, she was stuck. Like, you talk about taking space, but you didn't even give Urana time to have space. You went in and died before she had time to set up.
Yeah, I didn't really see the context of the fight. I wasn't here.
Well, the context is you're taking this 2v6.
Well, that sucks.
That's fine. Like, I know it probably sound like I'm moaning at you. I'm not. I just want you to chill. Like, you don't need to be doing something all the time. Like, just have a mental check, right? Like, you're about to call to go in. Just look behind you. Go, who can follow? Like, ask yourself the question: if I go in right now, what support do I have? Who follows me up? If the answer is no one, you don't go in. If the answer is any less than 6v6 or 5v5 or 4v4, you don't go in.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like in Double Bubble I really struggle with this.
You do the same thing in double bubble, yeah.
Even
Like you want
I
to be
think
doing
I'm
something
so
all the
even
time,
harder.
and to do that, you quite often go out of LOS of your whole team. Like you go into positions where if you'd ask yourself the question, "Who can follow me up?" the answer would be no one. I do like the 2 tanks are playing together, but like
This is
even
when I
Mercy's,
fixed my audio.
even Mercy's just had to say like, "I can't help you. I can't see you. I can't see you."
Wait, can you guys hear the stream?
No, there's no audio.
Okay.
I can't audio and pen at the same time because Discord shit. That's a good trade for you guys. You lost Mech, but they lost Reaper.
I feel like there's something about Monkey's playstyle that, unlike Ryan, when you can just hold your shield and look at the enemies. With Monkey, you need to position yourself out of sight.
Yeah. You need to
So
play smarter with Monkey.
yeah, it's
Like
harder.
typically playing when you're playing a Ryan, you will 9 times out of 10 always have your team very close to you, but that's not going to happen with Monkey. You go like 1 foot too far or 1 foot round a corner, and you will pay the price for it.
Yeah, I really want to integrate scouting more to our team because it's really useful, especially with Monkey.
But you're one of the best people to scout. Like you scout, and you scout. Like you're one. Like if you're set up in position, you can scout.
I was scouting sometimes.
No, I'm not saying you weren't. I'm just saying like you are in a good position to scout. By the way, Ross, I know I harp on a lot about you making shitty hero swaps. This is a very good hero swap.
I didn't make a shitty hero swap. I got asked to mirror. Either way.
No, I'm telling you, this is a good swap.
No, I know, but I got asked to mirror, so that's why I'm on Sombra.
Right,
And I
what's
suck
your
at Sombra.
plan now, guys? What's your plan? What are you gonna do?
Take top, set up to jump.
Yep. So you're gonna take positions. What else are you gonna do?
Probably non-monkey or
In a more broad scale, what else are you going to do? You're gonna
Set
ult
for the
check.
next
ult
fight,
track, ult track.
You're gonna ult check. You're gonna plan your next fight. So while you guys are taking the ship, or the bridge, or I mean I don't like this position, but you get the point,
What's
right?
it called? We need to do
You-
we need
you-
to do
you-
what Stab was saying. I
you
can never remember
multitask,
the
right?
routine. That's it.
Like you guys move around while you have a conversation of what else they have. What's our plan, right?
Yeah, I saw that on Natto's video.
I mean, right now, this is your plan, with this mid fight if needed, in my opinion.
Did we call for it? Did I say it?
Let's find out. She calls Cole. Erin ult trap perfectly. The only thing she missed was beat. She called Cole and she called Blossom.
Nice. Is she? Oh, she's not here.
So we're gonna hold bridge here. Cool. Good call. I'll use walls as soon as I can.
My favorite moment. Finding the Sombra.
We can dive Sombra. Not the best call. She's just gonna fucking YOLO out of there. You haven't called your win condition. That's the one big thing I have here. This is your win condition. Is your win condition, right? The only thing they can do to stop you is this. Cold doesn't really. Maybe like this with the heal lamp and some peel, I guess. But I wouldn't say this alone does it. So we'll cross that. This guy, I guess. I think you still like as long as you avoid like if you play around him, he doesn't really stop you. He'll have to invest a lot to stop you, but this is your win condition, and then this. So my call here, it would literally be 2 sentences. Okay, we nano monkey this fight, Valk mid fight if needed. That's the plan. Right, that's all it has to be. You don't have to say like, oh, we're gonna dive on fucking this coordinate at this latitude, and we're gonna fucking dive this person, and if they do this, they're gonna do that. But if another person does this, then we're gonna do this other thing. Like, it doesn't have to be that complicated, right? You nano monkey, and you Valk mid fight if required, right? Your monkey then makes a dynamic decision. Okay, he's going to assess what he sees when people are coming out of spawn, and he's going to dynamically make a decision. Okay, I can see this person in that position. I'm going to dive 3, 2, 1, and everybody should be in a position where they're either on this bridge, they're up here on the ship, maybe holding here, maybe for whatever weird reason if you had a tracer holding this top left high ground. But you guys should be in a position where no matter who he calls and where they are, you are ready to follow up. Right, you know where they're coming from. They're either coming here, down here, or the two on the left. So you don't need any super complicated contingency that you guys like to do, right? You don't have to say, this is going to be the dive target, unless it's like, if you say we're gonna dive the Lucio because he has beat. Cool, that's a good plan. I like that. I don't like the fact that you called the Sombra as a dive because she's just going to get out anyway. But if you said, let's try and focus Sombra because she had EMP, that's a great call because there's a good reasoning behind it, right?
I think she didn't get out. Maybe she didn't have challenge locator.
But even if she didn't, that's because she's shit, not because you've had a good plan. Like, you want to be winning the fights, not them losing them. Hey, we finally had it. Wait for them to come in, then we nano monkey, but it's taken about 20 seconds.
Okay. Right. My brain is slow.
Erin, where the fuck are you going? Who's back there? As soon as you saw that reprop there, like Erin called, she had Blossom Sky. You should be instantly going, right, I'm going to DM as soon as I hear a tiny bit of a voice line from him.
Also,
Okay.
where's the nano monkey? Like, we called for it.
But you didn't really engage. I also shouldn't be the one saying alt check. It should be someone else. Anyone else. Don't care who it is. Just anyone else. I'm going to swap the streams back so you can actually listen to the sound now. While I'm done using the pen.
I know you can't really look at my Sombra play, but if you see anything, then please like say.
Yeah, if you feed, I'll let you know. Don't worry.
I'm gonna play on this bridge here.
Yeah.
Where is the...
I'll use walls as soon as I see one. There you go.
Yeah,
Not that
good
much.
call. We can dive Sombra.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
let's go.
Let's dive Sombra, boys.
wait for them to come in, and then we nano monkey.
I mean, we're just wasting time here. I mean, like we can help Ross up here
Say they're wasting time, but they're just waiting out your Widow ult.
with the
We
Sombra.
use... listen, we use bomb if we...
Okay, so right now you should be screaming sad, Nanami, 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 and you guys just fucking engage here. I've not. You can see my mouse, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you hard engage here, but you stay on this high ground. You stay on like this orange box and this blue box.
James, I can see your pixels.
They're good, aren't they? So you can then like think how much damage and like how many resources they're gonna have to commit to survive this. They can't DM it. They can't hack you if you place your bubble correctly or D.Va spams correctly. Like D.Va's really good at stopping Sombra hack. So you dive here, but you don't dive into them. You know, you don't dive out of their LOS. You don't push round here. You just dive here with Nano Monkey, get a shit ton of damage. You should, in theory, get a kill. Like Sombra should be, you know, maybe waiting here, ready for it. Your Widow's got a good sightline from the top of the ship or the bridge to like shoot down. You should get a pick here. But you just wait.
Even if I don't, like, it's a pool. They
Yeah,
have to
even
pull
if you don't get a kill, like it doesn't matter. Like as long as you force them to back out and wait again, because they're gonna have to use their heal amp most likely. They're gonna try and hack you and waste that cooldown. They're probably gonna use Wraith and Fade, or they're gonna try and commit cold to it. Like they're gonna have to use serious cooldowns. And if you force them to back out, then they've got to not only wait and regen like health and resources, but they've also got to wait for their ability to come back. And during that time, you just hop back to high ground. Then you do a similar thing. Maybe by that time you've got EMP bomb. You go, okay, because if you jumped in, you'd have EMP for sure. So next fight, you go, okay, when they push in, I'm gonna bomb on top of the ship and then we EMP because you know they're gonna dive you, right? You can bait that in. Or you decide, you know what, Monkey's gonna jump in. I'm gonna EMP bomb their backline because they're not gonna be able to get to ship in time. Kill these two and then take a 6v4. This guy up here, this Reaper, gets no value because you DM it, and then this guy hacks while he's being DM'd, or this person shoots them, or this person sleeps them, Like, this guy does not get to play the game. This Reaper should not play the game against your comp. Like, I know you're probably thinking, oh, Reaper's really good against Monkey, that's why they picked him, but D.Va's really good. Sombra's really good. Widow's really good. Anna's really good, right?
Yeah, and the only time I was
Sombra
gonna
top right.
like the only time I touch Reaper is when I almost about to kill him or behind my bubble. So
Yeah, so this is the problem I have, right? Like, sometimes, Sad, you're too fucking quick and you want to do everything all the time, and then times where you should engage, you just don't do anything. Like, as IGL, like, you should be going, I'm going to jump the bottom left, I'm going to jump, Nanami, I'm going 3, 2, 1, nano, right? You should be screaming for it. And then if Pens doesn't nano you, if D.Va doesn't follow you in, that's their fault. There is no way they cannot see you for this engage. There's no way D.Va can't go from here down to there to follow you in. There's no way Anna can't nano you from here, or bridge, or the boxes on the right. Like, she has sight lines wherever she is, if she's set up correctly, right? If they don't follow you in and help you, that's their fault.
shoot the monkey. Okay, can you on me?
Monkey's hacked.
We don't nano monkey in them.
We've got nothing else for nano in the compound.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry, you're right.
Aaron still think you're playing Genji.
I'm out, man.
Someone call him.
Like, ooh, that's not
I
what I
was
want.
way too late. I asked for the nano, but it's way too late.
Yeah, I pressed F1. Yeah, it was just too slow. Like, you let them engage first, and you let them use their ults.
I can read
Like, how long have you had these 4 ults for? You've had them since first point, and they've just capped second.
You think I'm PvPing? Winnable.
Reaper.
Nice. No, winnable. Good call. Reaper. Good call.
Reaper. Reaper's hack. Reaper can't break. Reaper hack.
Reaper many.
Right. So this is really good. The only thing sad, I wish you would call this as well. Like Ross has called Reaper hacked. That's a huge thing. Now it's your job, Sad, to confirm it, right? You should be going, okay, Reaper's hacked. He can't do much. He can't get away. This was a very easy kill for our mobile comp. You should go, Reaper, 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 Reaper. And the fact that Erin has called Reaper Mini for additional information is great. Like, this is a lot better than when I reviewed your comps last time. Like,
Nice
it's
to hear.
these small, subtle changes. Obviously, there's still things that need working on, but at least you guys are listening. You've listened to what I've said and you've taken it on board. Like, that's a lot of information. Like, you've said who, why, and where already. The only thing missing is you confirming it, Sad.
Okay.
He's one.
Like, this hacked Reaper should not kill the Sombra. You should all be on him.
She was one.
Like, you go to the point where he has Wraith again.
Pretty sure he survives as well.
Yeah,
That's
so
the
it's like
thing.
20 seconds.
Reaper's still one. He's still one. He's still one.
It takes so long to kill him.
Okay, all on Diva. All on Diva.
Nice.
G-Mac.
Other than that, like,
Baby on. Wait.
everything else in this fight was not bad. Like, I like that you made a clutch play. You went in with EMP. You played fast. You took a risk. You used ultimates to take a risk. Like, yeah, you used a lot, but that's fine. Like, you held the point. I don't mind it too much. They also used a lot, right? They are nearly back to Reaper ult, mind you, but
Primal.
again, I should not be the one saying ult check.
They did.
Okay, careful. Sombra might try and back cap. I'm on point. You have no heals.
I
Cool.
can hack the Reaper when he uses the
Like, I know you're in primal right now, but look how you're playing out of everyone's LOS, Sad.
Yeah, I
Like,
wanted
you-
to hold
like-
them. There's 3 seconds.
Oh, 3 seconds every time. Okay,
Reaper's
fine.
top left.
Monkey can touch. Their monkey's gonna touch.
I got 2 kills.
Reaper's hacked. I'm gonna hack Diva in 3.
I know Aaron's not here, but Aaron should be asking for DM on
Oh,
Res. and then
Skygun,
you should have
you
them.
can melee when Diva comes out of the mech, you can melee and hit her 100%.
Nice job, guys.
Like, that's really good.
He wasn't
comms,
close enough for that though.
like the comms here are really good. I really rate like there were tons of target calls. People clearly followed it up because the name got mentioned, then it appeared in the kill feed. The only miss call or the miss follow up was not killing that Reaper. Other than that, like,
Very scrappy.
that's fine. If you guys are like
Yeah,
slow on one
yeah,
call,
but the
that's good.
Sombra
I'm
was
happy.
a good choice here. It's just-
You played that last fight
After a while,
very
I think
well.
our
It's a
comms
shame it
sort of
took
fell
you
apart a little
like
bit.
5 fights
Have
to get there.
This is terrible.
Or Anna was being text for some
Yeah.
reason.
I should have warmed up way before we started the script.
Monkey and
Yeah, that's
Sombra
fine. This
were
is your first game.
Not being in the team, I played in this
No, no,
room.
no. On
Yeah.
this day. On this day.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay.
We're attacking now.
Maybe we should start to CP once, like start backwards.
found your ringer.
Because I feel like every time we play like the last map, the whatever Anubis usually in Skya, it's always 2 CP and we're playing double bubble and I'm always like super burned out and playing
Fuck my
less
Burned
well.
out after 2 hours?
Yeah.
Sombra back left.
Wow.
I mean, if it's
It's only
a
me.
script, you can be.
Yeah. Also,
I'm on cart for now.
when I'm IGLing, I'm not really used to talking that much. Like talking takes a lot of energy out of me, which is
Yeah.
fine.
Like, it's a lot of like a mental power, right? It's a lot of decision making. It's a lot of fast-paced decision making.
We could change it up
Yeah.
for, like, you do 1 scrim IGL, I do 1 scrim IGL, Ross does 1 scrim IGL.
I just wanna
I don't
like,
want to IGL.
I wanna play
It's
2CP at full capacity. You know.
Yeah. IGLing on a DPS is horrendous.
You
I
don't want
it.
you don't want to be constantly swapping your IGL. Like,
No, I don't
you've
mind playing
probably
IGL.
seen how much I'm talking to Sad about IGLing in the last few scrims, last few VOD reviews, because it is difficult. Like, you want Sad practicing that as much as possible. I could not give a shit about his mechanical play right now. Like, his mechanical play is fine. Like, it's defo fine. Like, he just needs to work on his comms and his positioning. And IGLing, like, it sounds simple. Like, a lot of people just think, oh, all you got to do is say words. It's a piece of piss. Like, it's really not. It is really difficult to make those fast decisions, be confident in the decisions, and make the right ones, right? Like, it's not easy. So who do you put on cart here? Or who, let me rephrase.
Diva.
Who is the correct person to put on cart?
Diva.
We're gonna set out.
Okay, any other suggestions?
Maybe Melcy.
Diva or Anna, but Anna's not as well.
If she can like
Diva and a Mercy. Okay.
Anna probably not because you want to like she cannot reposition, like she don't have the ability, you don't want to put her on the cart.
Wait, I'm meeting Pink
I mean sometimes you do, like if it's rolling like underneath and they're respawning, it's fine.
Alright. Fuck my kick
Genji
captain.
can be on cart.
Sombra back left.
Anything with mobility could be on cart.
Okay, so the only wrong answer there was Anna.
I'm on cart,
Other
I'm
than
on
that,
cart.
I'd probably say maybe not Doom or Monkey, but you can play, yeah, basically anyone with mobility. It depends on your plan. So you know they're all playing back left, so you can afford to put Mercy on cart here. Mercy, like if they're playing up to the top right here, on that high ground that I kept telling you to play on, you can play Mercy on cart because she can just keep GAing back and forth for heals if she needs to. Like she can push cart and heal you guys as long as you don't push too far forward on that high ground. She can do that, that's fine. You just need to bear in mind if you're going to keep her on cart, she will not heal you under the bridge, right? So you could put Genji on cart. Genji's a really good one to put on cart here. You know, unless you want, you know, if your plan is to farm a quick blade, then maybe not. But Genji would be my second option to put on cart. If you're planning to have a prolonged fight up here and always want to push the cart, I would put Genji on cart rather than Mercy. But if you're just going to force off the high ground, and you're confident enough that you can force them off, then you can leave your Mercy on cart. As long as somebody is prepared to taxi her, right? Like she needs an escape plan. So you need to bear that in mind as well if you're playing a Mercy on cart. Like if she gets underneath the bridge and they're forced to drop, but then nobody peels through your Mercy to get it. Like Genji, you can just drop, say Mercy come to me. She GS you then take high ground, she just comes back up. You leave cart where it is, and then you take a fight because they've had to use all their resources and backing out. Make sense?
Completely.
You wanna go in? I'm just poking.
Wait it out. We're not coming in. Doom, get up, get up.
Careful.
Monkey Reaper bridge.
Diva, let's go.
Lucio bridge.
Nobody's pushing cart right now.
Let's just
Why'd you take a fight here?
Yeah, because Moira and Lucio was there isolated.
Okay.
I'm just gonna target.
Call who you're on, call who you're on.
Reaper's
Where have you gone?
Who are you talking to?
Well, you two tanks, I guess.
Oh, to the tower?
Can Urana help you here?
No.
Like, no one's gonna kill us though. We can jump through the window.
I agree. Agree.
Like, and Mercy was with us.
I'm not saying it's the wrong thing to do. I'm just getting you thinking, right? I completely agree with you. My point here is I think this is an okay push. There, you've recognised that they're isolated. You've recognised that you've got the Mercy backup. You can see the beam. Diva's going to have full DM. It's just a Moira who's going to tickle you. Like, that's fine. I don't mind this, right? This is an example of where you can extend for a period of time. You know you've got the exit here. You can always walk backwards.
Lucio, all Lucio, all Lucio.
where? I need help.
Lucio,
Thanks,
cart.
Tim.
Okay, push down, push down.
This is going to sound petty. Do not waste comms thanking your teammates.
Okay.
It's a waste of time. It clutters comms. They're doing their job.
Also, the Reaper
Like-
kind of threw the, didn't he?
To be honest,
Like the only reason I think there may have been a problem with this push, like the Reaper was, he could have just turned around and came to us.
he could, but you, along with Doom, along with Genji, Diva, and Mercy, he doesn't kill you. Diva just DMs while 1, 2, 3, 4 people kill him. He doesn't get to play the game. Like, you keep forgetting that. This guy should not be playing the game.
Yeah, also
Diva should just take one look at that Reaper and go, this Reaper, okay, we're going to ignore the fact that there's a Sombra because the Sombra is also an objective for Diva. But as a Diva player, you should take one look at their comp and go, that's the person that's not going to play the game today. I'm going to stop that Reaper playing the game. I'm going to DM him constantly when he tries to engage. By that time, he's going to have to wraith out or he's going to die.
yeah. I also think like with the support comp, like they cannot do anything. Nothing is enabling them. Like
Why is nothing enabling that support lineup?
no, the support don't enable the rest of their team. Like
In what way?
speed doesn't really help when
Of course it
you
does.
you
Of
can
course it does.
you can just jump with Diva.
But this isn't a dive comp. Oh, you weren't here for this, were you? Was he here for this?
I wasn't.
This is not a dive comp. This is rush.
They're rushing.
This is a rush comp. Like, notice how they were all playing that top right together? Like, this is not a dive comp. This is rush. You don't play it like dive.
But it's weaker than normal ball. Like, maybe not on
Um,
Gibraltar. Maybe not on Gibraltar.
Yeah, exactly.
because,
Not a jib, right? Like, there are certain situations where you can play this. Jib is one of them. But this is not a dive comp. If this monkey's jumping in without his Reaper, without his Moira, without his Lucio, he's playing his comp wrong. Like, this comp doesn't want to just dive a million miles away from, like, onto a target. They want to speed onto one immobile target. Just think of the Winston as a more
Did
mobile
you
guy.
did you ever see? Like, I get in theory. Did you ever see it executed correctly? Like this comp
Yeah.
in particular.
5718.
They have Diva. They have
Not again.
Symmetra. They have Symmetra.
Yeah, where are they TPing to? Oh, they're behind you, Seth.
The one.
I've come to a
So they're all up there together as a group, as a rush, as a brawl.
plus.
You come out of the room. Come out of the room. You're not gonna.
They then force you out, and they regen their resources.
We could play back where Widow is and dive them on the bridge.
Hold on. Wait for resources.
Let them to come to the bridge.
So he soft engages, he doesn't leave his team. His Moira can still get to him, his Lucio can get to him, his Reaper can get to him, he's not far from his team. He just holds some space and gets a bit of cleave, he's getting a bit of ult charge. Second check
I'm just gonna go.
Oh, they have a
Sword.
sword.
When they
I'm not there.
Okay.
Look where the rest of the team are, they're all still grouped up here, they're waiting, they're waiting.
Their Moira is very diveable.
What's Diva doing there? Other than feeding, because she's nearly dead, but what's her attempt? What's her thought process?
I'm not
Want
completely.
to help a monkey?
She's
No.
scouting. She's
Oh,
scouting.
he's scouting. Okay. Yeah, maybe.
Sky.
Watch what happens
Sky.
next.
But they have Sombra. Why wouldn't they just?
Yeah, this is fine. This is typical rush comp. Like, other than their Diva feeding, what should they do? They admitted they take a while to do it.
That's calls, guys.
Okay, so Fluffy gets a good pick.
I'm being
Fluffy
dived.
is
Look where they all are, and look at the kill feed. Mercy's just used GA. She has nowhere to go because you're all playing in the small room. They rush onto her. They've executed this comp correctly. They've used Lucio speed to cross that bridge, and they've rushed onto your Mercy who's playing in this room.
In theory, who do you think should win, the dive comp or the rush?
Your comp is very difficult to dive their comp because they don't really have anyone that's diveable. Like, Diva DMs and flies away, Monkey jumps away, Sombra recalls, Reaper race, Moira race, Lucio speed amps and boops. Unless these guys waste their cooldowns, or they're not playing together like they should be in a rush comp, you're gonna find it very difficult to dive because there should never be an isolated target with no cooldowns unless they're engaging the fight. So it's very difficult to play against this comp with your comp. Which is why the Sombra pick here rather than the Genji worked really well.
I'm being dived. They're playing rush.
We're down our Mercy. It's still winnable. Still winnable. Still winnable.
Oh, look what they've done. They're all in that room, they rush into the Diva, and the Diva dies.
Yeah, but we kind of fed like. I called get out. We should have got out. Like, there's no.
Yeah, but you asked for an example of how to play the comp correctly, and they've played it
Yeah.
correctly.
Okay. Okay.
Do you understand how this comp works now?
Yeah. Also, Erin recognized it. She said they were playing rush.
Yeah, because it is a rush comp. That was a correct call. It should have been called earlier, but it was a correct call.
Summer cart.
Hey, Summer remain. Okay, Summer to recall. Let me go to the one.
So, these calls are really good, by the way. Like, Erin and Ross just then. Like, Sombra cart, Sombra no recall, Sombra cart. Like, you're adding information. You're not just going, Sombra. Like, you're adding detail.
Okay.
And, do you think the comms sound cluttered? Like, even though Ross and Erin are talking at the same time? Like,
No.
do you struggle to hear that?
But it's useful information. It's fine.
Well, it's not even cluttered, right? Because it's the same information.
Yep, Reaper cart, Reaper cart.
Reaper cart.
Summer cart.
Hey, Summer remain. Okay, Summer to recall. Let me go to the 1K.
Like, I heard everything perfectly there, even though there were two people talking. Like I said, the only thing I want you to do here, Sad, like, your team are helping you now, right? Like, I know you weren't here for the last VOD review, Sad, but I had a bit of a bitch and a moan at the rest of the team. I was like, you guys need to help Sad more. Not because you need the help, but because that's the way a team should work, right? It shouldn't just be you speaking on your own always, right? So we had this big discussion, and I explained to them, I gave them some examples of how they can help you out, and they're doing it, right? Erin's calling a good target. Erin's calling a good suggested target. She's giving you vital information. She's telling you where. Ross is giving, the same thing. He's telling you why, but you need to confirm it. Like, they're doing the thinking for you. All you need to go is, do I agree with this call? If the answer is yes, you copy the call. If the answer is no, you make your own call.
Yes,
Okay,
I
above.
love taking advice.
Monkey high ground, monkey high ground, monkey high ground.
Monkey high ground, good call. The only thing I'll say about monkey high ground, you're playing Jib. High ground's half the map. Which is fine. Like, this comes down to map callouts. I'm not too worried about this yet. Like, an easy call out here is blue box. Like, he jumped over. Like, I'll go back a little bit, but you can see he jumps over blue box.
Thank you,
Cart.
sir.
Okay, push card.
Reaper's hot.
Reaper card.
Where?
Yep, Reaper cart, Reaper cart. Somber cart, Somber cart.
Oh, I just heard I had to call where then. Okay.
Can we go to the one?
But even like again, right? Like, somebody just say, if you don't know where he is, just say where.
Monkey above.
Monkey high ground, monkey high ground,
So monkey high ground.
monkey
There you go. He's just jumped over blue boxes. This is blue box, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can say monkey blue box, monkey blue box.
high ground, monkey high ground. Monkey still, monkey main.
You can also say above.
Monkey one, monkey one, monkey one, monkey one, monkey one.
Good job forcing the Sombra out. That was nice.
Lucio top left, Lucio top left.
Lucio top left.
Reaper top right, coming down.
Reaper cart, Reaper cart, Reaper cart.
Reaper cart. This is really good. You should have been more interested in stopping the Sombra hack there. In all honesty, Sky. Like, you only have to tickle her once and she's on cooldown. Just touch her a second and then DM the Reaper.
Help, I'm hacked.
Reaper one, Reaper one, Reaper one, Reaper one.
Thank you.
Nice.
Nice job, guys.
Like, I think the comms here were really good
Okay, we.
on your attack.
Sorry
I think
to
they were
shout,
I think they were really good on your last fight on defense as well. It just took you a while to get into the swing of things.
No, you're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing.
Get out.
What's your plan?
I tried to plan for ults, but I find it really difficult for some reason. Like, we obviously play for Nanoblade, or like we can also hard commit with Doom and Monkey, and then Nanoblade later.
Just pick something. Like, it doesn't matter if it's wrong. We can talk about it afterwards and say, you know what, this would have been a better play. We can discuss it, agree, disagree, formulate what we think would have been the best plan, and then next scrim you go, oh, you know what, I suggested this last time and it wasn't that good. What did we think about last time? Oh, okay, we could do this. Do I have that same combo? Yes, which you should do because you should be practicing the same comps. And they go, okay, I'll call that next time. Like, that's a learning curve. That's fine, but just call something. Don't worry about being wrong.
I mean, we can. I called
Yeah,
it.
Russell.
I called it in the scrim.
Thank you. We've got Nanoblade now.
Take the hack.
So Ross is calling the win condition here, which is fine. Like, this is fine. You just need to confirm it. So let's see if you do.
Everyone is Scott.
Take top.
They should have. They should.
Sombra's recalled somewhere. She might have MP.
They-
Doom. Both of us.
Okay,
Which I tried to call for the Doom and me to hard commit and use this Doom ult to get out.
That's fine. That's fine. I would have put, like, Ross suggested Nanoblade, and you wanted to hard commit with Doom and Monkey with both your ults. That's fine. You just need to say no, we don't blade here, and then say, you know, Doom and Monkey are gonna go in hard and use their ults to get out.
I'll get better.
Like, you can force cooldowns with that, and then re-engage a second time.
They should have EMP.
Should have
Yeah,
EMP.
they have EMP.
I want to force the MP and then we
Might have.
And we focus on Lucio and then Nanoblade.
Focus to Lucio and Nanoblade.
I can.
How was he so low to beat?
Are we ready?
He hasn't had a chance to heal. You killed that team pretty quick.
Crease.
I always just assume that while the time I've got it, their supports have theirs, you know what I mean?
If you're not grinding Blade at least like 1.5 times quicker than Lucio's grinding Beat, you're throwing.
Yeah, beat is really slow.
Especially in a scrim. Like, a Lucio will usually charge ult slower in a scrim. Because he's putting more faith in his other support to do the healing while he speeds the team around.
Yeah, fights are quicker usually.
The back.
Monkey anti.
Mhm.
What's the point?
Monkey anti primal. He's asleep.
Monkey asleep. Monkey asleep.
Like, you actually win this with Valkyrie Primal, that's pretty good.
Monkey asleep.
Come on.
Keep it one.
Monkey
Keep it one.
point. Monkey
Okay,
main.
monkey point. Primal and he shouldn't be our target here.
I agree with Aaron. This happens so much. You guys fixate on Monkey using Primal when they're squishies to kill. Like, if a Monkey's Primaled and he's not really doing too much, don't worry about him. Just kill a better target, kill a quicker target, and then go back on the Monkey.
Take the left. Take the left.
Like, obviously, if there's no one else to kill, or if he's pressuring your supports, then fine, you can go kill him, right?
No.
Don't worry about calling Sombra dead. Just call the next target. If you're going Sombra, and then you go, you know, Cree, the teammates are going to hear the dink from the kill comm, and they're going to hear the new target, and they're just going to know that she's dead, right? That's just a waste of time, calling that she's dead. If she had EMP, you know, you can go, Sombra, she's dead, no EMP, next, right? That's fine, because you're
Did we
adding vital
cancel
information.
EMP?
No, she EMP'd you. She did EMP you.
Lucian can't.
Get Lucio, nice.
Nice.
Nice job, guys.
What I will say is, I'm actually quite impressed. Like, you guys have listened to what I said last VOD review, and you're doing it. Like, I'm hearing Synth cool targets, I'm hearing Ross, I'm hearing Erin. Like, you guys are actually calling a lot more than you have been before,
Nice.
which is really good.
Did
Good
they
job.
still have beat? When did they switch to Doomfist?
They still have beat. When do they switch to Doom? Good calls.
Okay. I think it's just beat and possibly EMP.
Can I propose
Possibly EMP. Somebody should have told her that she EMP'd last round. Other than that, great ult tracking.
something?
I think we
dive
do,
Lucian
actually.
then Annabelle?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Lucio.
I thought we did.
Anderson?
What is it? Can't see.
What do you think of that fight? Or what do you think about the comms leading up to and during that fight?
3, 2, 1.
I think it was cluttered as fuck.
You think it was cluttered? Okay, let's play this back.
I think it was good.
They still have beat. When did they switch to Doomfist?
Routine.
Just now.
Just
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's
Okay,
just beat
can we-
and
can we-
possibly.
Sad, you're trying to say clear comms, but this is an important discussion. You're not
Yeah,
finished.
but-
You're not finished your ult tracking yet.
I wanted to hear only Eren.
Erin asked the team a question. Like, listen.
I probably didn't pick it up.
Lucian can't.
They still beat.
Get Lucio, nice.
Nice.
Big
Nice
bomb.
job, guys.
So ult tracking should start now.
Can you guys try and set
They
up
fucking
like
boot
or
me.
something while I push cart? Because
Okay.
otherwise,
Get the fuck out. I'm getting pics here.
fuck, what did they use?
Nice.
Did they still have beat? When did they switch to Doomfist?
Routine.
Just now.
Just
Yeah.
that.
So when do they switch to Doom? For she's asking the team to talk to her,
Okay. I think it's
Okay,
just beat
can we-
and
can we-
possibly.
and now you're calling clear comms. Like, she's asking for help. You should be clearing comms, like, to let her talk if she's asking for help.
Okay,
EMP.
can I propose something? Can
Yeah.
we dive Lucian then Annabelle?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
That should be you going, yep, sad. Or no, we're gonna do this instead.
Okay.
3,
well-
2, 1.
Lucio.
Anderson?
So what do you think of this so far?
I think it's good.
It's fine.
A countdown to a target.
You said before this is cluttered. Do you still agree with that statement?
Yes, because like I was having trouble. Also, your stream is kind of quiet, so. But I was having trouble like following the discussion. Maybe
have it?
like
Turned all the way up.
If
Yeah.
I turn this all the way up, I will blow my eardrums off.
No, I mean sad. Cause sad can
Yeah.
turn Discord all the way up.
I think I wanted to turn Eren up in game.
I think these comms
yeah, no,
are
in Discord.
fantastic. I don't
I
think they're
agree.
cluttered at all. I think Erin's called an ult. She's asked for help. Synth has responded. Ross has suggested a plan. The team okayed it. You've then gone 3, 2, 1. Synth has suggested a target, and you've confirmed the target. I think these comms are fantastic. And watch what happens.
What is it? Can't see.
God.
Sombra cart.
Oh, Sombra,
Help
Sombra, me.
Help your Ana.
Great. Yes.
Come on.
Nice.
Nice job.
Right.
The only see it dies off a bit. You get 2 great picks, and you guys can then just chill for a couple of seconds. Then there's pressure in the back line, so Eren calls for help, and you react really great, which is fine. But like now, all you hear is me going next. Like if you can't see a target, just call next. Right? Somebody will call
okay.
a target.
Okay. That's good.
Monkey on me. Slept.
No, don't stagger and scream.
Monkey backline. Nice.
More
Right,
more
like, last I can see.
What's next zone?
Lucio's there, Lucio's left. Lucio left, but he's still got beat, he's still got
Huge call. Lucio left. He's still got beat. He's still got beat. Like if you hear like somebody say, a target call and that they've got an ult, they are your prime target. Unless there's somebody else with a bigger ult. Like say there was a Sombra with EMP as well, right? Like you want to kill the Sombra first. But if that adds urgency to the call. Like Lucio, yeah, you should all be killing the Lucio anyway. But if Lucio's got beat, kill Lucio. Like that's even more important, right? So that's a really good call.
Doom point.
Doom feeding cart.
Next.
What do we think about the Doom calls?
I think they were good.
Agree.
I'm not sure about feeding though.
I personally like the call feeding.
Yeah, I do.
I know it doesn't necessarily give you huge description, but it tells you he's in a stupid place somewhere, right?
Yeah, he's
It
reachable.
tells you he's out of position. Like to say Doom feeding is quicker than saying Doom's out of position, focus in, right? Like it's a lot quicker to say Doom feeding. As long as you guys as a team, like it's the same thing with Synth shouting grape, right? It sounds stupid, but as long as you guys know what it means, it's effective.
Okay.
Because him shouting grape is quicker than him going, sad I can't see you, sad I can't see you, sad you've got no healing. Like just him going grape, 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 grape. As long as you know what it means, it's effective.
Yeah, I'm getting used to what
Even
you
if I spawn.
just...
Yeah, and every team will have different command calls, right? Like me telling Synth to call grape is a command call, and teams will run different things. They can be meta dependent. They can be to fix problems, in which case, this is to fix a problem. It's to say, I can't see you here. And as you play more, you'll start to hear less and less grapes being called as you get more and more used to playing different maps, different comps, and where you're going to play on those maps with those comps and what you can achieve, what you can't achieve, etc., right?
Someone of translocator. Diva cart.
Next.
Might have-
Baby.
I have both. I'm gonna both here with
They're
the
gonna
flip.
come in.
I was just holding them.
Okay,
I
right.
couldn't look
That's
back
good.
before.
That whole third point was really fucking good. Just do that all the time. Like on your defense, you didn't do that at all, and then attack, you came out as a different fucking team.
Yeah, because attack is easier.
Yes and no.
Partly because I was warmed up.
True.
Free for Fluffy or George?
Mine, to be honest.
There's
If
a
we wanna-
big
it depends
chance
what we wanna
they're
play.
going.
Yeah, it's not on my camp.
hybrid,
You're
so
IGL in
my
this time,
opinion,
eh,
go
Zord?
Creed.
Okay.
Oh, is this sword
I think they
IGLing?
know what's
Okay.
about to happen. I'm pretty sure.
I really wanted to play Hollywood. Fuck, man.
I didn't think I did that
Yeah,
bad.
they're
They're all the way in their spawn, so gotta wait.
Careful up there.
I didn't do
Charging
great. Yeah, okay, got back to the corner now.
Could you see what they had?
Yeah,
Why are you playing Zarya here? Out of curiosity.
Didn't we ban Diva?
Yeah, Diva was banned.
This was a scrim with bans. Yep. Okay. Cool. No worries.
yeah. Winston.
You wondering
That's
why
absolutely
we were
fine.
playing Dive Rush?
Yeah, no.
Just stay
Okay.
close.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Yes,
We know where you're
They're
going.
going left room, left room.
Yeah. Stack Ryan. Stack on Ryan.
Great call so far. They're going left room. You go scout left room. Stack and run. Stack and run.
Winston,
Monkey's there,
Winston,
monkey's there, monkey's there.
Winston, nice.
Two of you calling Winston. Really good.
Nice.
Tracer's long stairs. Tracer's long stairs.
Okay.
She's probably going to high
Why
ground.
don't we just push the core?
Tracer high ground. Tracer high ground.
Charging
Is that a
shield.
bad call, James?
Yes, because it's
Which
the
one?
Telling them to push the core? Because they lost the Winston?
It's a 6v5.
Yes, because it's the half, and
I
Tracer
mean, technically a 6v4 because
Tracer can
Tracer's gone.
exploit it. Tracer can
Tracer
exploit
is
it.
out of the fight, but it's high risk with like mediocre reward, right? Like you don't need you're playing for time. You're on defense. You're playing for time. You don't need to risk losing somebody by playing out in the open against their double bubble company who wants to play out in the open, whereas you guys want to play this corner. Like they're running
Second right,
Echo.
second right,
What's their other DPS here?
Alright.
No, I think
Tracer,
Tell
Echo
me if you want
Tracer.
to initiate.
Echo
Yeah,
Tracer.
right.
So they're running a fair amount of spam with the Echo, right? Like I think do they have a mercy booster here?
Yeah, they're
also
all in
remember
their
we're
spawn,
on defense.
so
Like we
Careful
don't
up
need
there.
to do
Seth,
anything.
Tracer's
No, like you can push through that choke if it's clean up, but this isn't like killing one person is not clean up. Like
No,
if you
he's
killed, if
suggested
you killed
engaging.
three.
Ooh,
Like there's no reason to engage her, right?
Monkey.
It's not our advantage.
Zord, is that you calling?
Yeah.
damn. double bubble. Is it
Double
double
bubble.
They're gonna
Yeah,
do
double.
nice.
Just stay
Okay.
close.
No, they're fine.
No, it's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I
Yeah,
think I
full
remember
screen on left.
our revelation with our brawl. I think and about double bubble came in when you like shouted at us to play the corners.
Room,
Someone
left
watch
room.
left
Yeah.
side.
Stack Ryan. Stack on Ryan.
Winston, Winston,
Monkey's
Winston,
here,
Winston,
monkey's
Winston,
here,
Winston,
monkey's
Winston, 1-1, nice.
Nice.
Tracer's long stairs. Tracer's long stairs.
Okay.
So the cooldown on Winston was really good. It was authoritative, and you had confidence saying it, right?
Going to high
That was
ground.
really good.
The core.
Tracer high ground. Tracer high ground.
Charging shield. Careful.
I didn't see the tracer
Second
once
right,
that
second right,
game,
second right.
or like that point.
If you can't see her and you're playing ball and you're all together, she can't.
And
see
she's
the rest
not
of your
doing
team, She's
anything.
doing nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all she's doing right now is scouting and waiting for their team to regroup and push. That's all she's doing.
Tell me when you want to initiate. I'll
She
see
can
if
force
it's,
Yeah,
point.
they're all the way in their
though.
spawn.
She can force point.
Careful if there's some.
Yeah, but she
Tracer's-
doesn't.
Tracer's with you. Tracer's high ground. Tracer's high ground.
Just speed in now, speed in now, speed in now.
Ooh,
So a bit of a weird call. You're speeding into their half, but I like the fact that you took initiative and you took an engage fast. Like they were not expecting this, which I like. So far, not the greatest plan, but it's a plan and you're doing it, so I like it. Make sense?
Mm.
Like it would have been better not to speed out into the open here against their Brig, Echo, Zar, but whatever. You had a plan. You called it with confidence. You engaged it. You took initiative. You played fast. You took them by surprise. Like the only thing wrong here is where you did it. Otherwise, that's fine.
Where should we have done it then? Like,
Waited and then walled and then.
So you play this first corner that you were on. You then back up to the second corner if you need to, and then when they go to push between those two corners, you rush on them.
okay.
You know, or they go to
Yes,
take
and
this
then
long
go-
rotation round. You know the rotation that you guys take a lot, where you go around the back and take that high ground.
Yeah.
You wait for them to do that, and then you speed onto their back line. That's your other option, depending on what they do. But the bit I want to focus on the comms. So far, it's been great. This is the bit I have an issue with. So let's listen.
Break, monkey.
I mean, I don't blame you. You got a bit lost, but
Getting
Wow.
lost is fine. It's the lack of confidence.
I don't see
I don't
them,
like
so I don't know if I can kill them, you know?
But you know a monkey's there, but you're like, monkey. Like, just fucking scream it with confidence. People aren't going to follow you if you're half-assing about, right?
guys, that's a monkey.
Like, I love the fact that you've
Okay,
constantly
Ross.
called, and it's great. Just have a bit more enthusiasm in it, right? Like,
I'm
have a
only
bit more
pulling
hype.
your leg.
Everything else has been perfect. I just want you to be more hyped. Be like super excited to fucking rail that.
You know, like
monkey.
when I call, I sound like a maniac. You need to be like that. I
But
just
it's fine,
spam the word as loud as I
monkey,
can,
monkey.
and then my mom comes in and tells me to shut up.
Oh, I
See-
have that happen too.
See how you've had to commit immo here because you pushed into a bad space.
Yep.
It also means the immo's out in a bad place and they can kill it, whereas it could be on this wall, right?
Still
Second
monkey,
right, second
monkey
right.
low, monkey low.
Break. I don't know why I went.
That was
back
very
in.
brave. Very brave.
break.
Keep going, keep going, we can
I
still
wanted
win.
to save the Ryan,
go,
but
go, get.
Ryan didn't
This
need
is
to say
clean
that.
up. You got
apparently.
good ball, that's fine.
Okay, we need to back up now.
Come back. Yeah, come back of regen.
Lucio taxi. I should not be telling Erin to taxi there. She should either do it herself or Zorge. You can be like, can you taxi me? Can you taxi me?
Tracer doing a lot of
Yeah.
damage on high ground.
If you die, don't be scared to ask for a taxi. And then Lucio will either go, okay, I can taxi. We've got time. Like, chill your 4v6. Or she'll go, no, they're pushing me. Don't have time. I can't taxi. Right? Just
yeah.
ask the question. Just ask for the help. She's either gonna say yes or no.
I don't think they have any ult shit.
Bab, get ready for offensive window.
I also don't think they have any
They
else.
might
They probably
have-
got
they might have
nano.
nano, they might
Oh,
have
there we go.
nano.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, speed in.
Monkey's off.
Yeah, same with
Okay.
the
Break.
first time.
Monkey's on. Nice.
Well, I
Like,
didn't know
this
it
is
was
super
bad.
risky play because you're playing out in the open against their comp. But do you understand why you're like? Tell me why you're winning these fights.
Because we're like unexpected and fast.
Yeah, you're just
Very
taking them by
aggressive.
surprise, even though you've done it twice already. Like, you're taking them by surprise. You're taking the initiative. I like the concept. I just don't like where you did it. That's the only problem I have.
Yeah.
Break
yeah.
next, break next.
Break
Break
left,
side,
break left, break
side,
left, break
near
left.
And what this causes to happen is you will get a little bit split. Like, if especially the supports, if you see you're not all stacked on Ryan, like Ryan doesn't have to be the one to scream stack on Ryan. Like, if you can see as a support, because you're usually a little bit further back, or maybe you're a Kree who's further back or something like that, right? If you see you're all split, just cool, stack on Ryan, stack on Ryan, stack on Ryan, right, and just make sure everyone gets regrouped.
Eren does a lot.
Left, brick left,
Okay,
brick
okay,
left,
okay,
brick
okay.
left.
Sorry, I'm coming.
Tracer's here.
I think you lose your Zah here again, don't you?
Any help?
One.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tracer's mega.
Sky
Tracer's
call,
mega.
sky call,
Good call, good call, Sky call.
sky call.
Sky, you
Sky,
should be
Sky,
calling.
Sky. Sky
Uh,
call.
that's
Hey,
not
Sad.
Ryan,
Sky.
should we call target?
Yes.
Sorry,
Sad.
what was that?
Real quick, just while we're playing, like, and you're not on, can you like not say anything because it's a bit, distracting. That's all. Like in this
Yeah.
game, you called a little bit. I know it's just it's gonna happen, isn't it? But you know what I mean.
In
I
a
think all I
tournament, that
did-
won't happen either,
I
probably.
think all I did was I think I tried to say the routine because I tried to like.
Yeah, no, I get you.
But yeah, but you're right.
Yeah,
Also.
all Winston. He's the main joke.
Sword, say Ryan.
You guys
call.
overstayed your welcome there, guys.
Yeah, come back.
Saying Ryan cool, I don't mind him saying Sky cool. Like Sky knows who he is.
Sky
Like,
knows who
you
he
know,
is.
If Sky hears somebody say Sky cool, he's not gonna go. I wonder if he means Ross or Genji should call. Like he's gonna know to call, right?
I'm May on this map.
Yeah, what do you
my-
prefer? Like
Like
call you
when
Sky
you're
or your
speaking
character?
when you're speaking to somebody, you should like say their hero name. Like Genji needs heals. Like you're saying to Urana, can you heal me? Right? Can you heal your Genji? But if you're talking to somebody, say like you do this, like that's fine. Like Ross cool, Sky cool. Like that's okay. Just don't go like heal me, heal me, heal me, and then he's go like who the fuck is this? Because he sat there hearing this voice, going who's me. Whereas in this instance, Sky's hearing a voice. Doesn't matter who the voice is that's saying it, but he's hearing Sky call, so he knows what to do.
Yeah.
James, I've
I've
had
got
James
Blizzard, you
having
guys
a
got
go at
Blizzard
me
on
for
this,
that
get
for
him.
so long that I always just say it now.
I'll try solo.
Should I use it? Should I use this sword?
Oh no, not yet.
No.
We help. They're coming in now.
Winston.
You can blizzard point.
What's the 5
I
point?
got-
What's the 5?
You could have blizzarded that earlier. I know you were told no. Sometimes just have a bit like, don't waste your time asking permission. Like if the fight is messy and you think you can clutch it, go for it. If you make a mistake, you make a mistake.
The reason I held it was because I was gonna ask. That's all.
But you wasted so much time asking. Like the time I was watching this from an aerial view, and I remember thinking like, if he had just pressed Q instead of asking, that would have been the perfect time. Like have a little bit of faith in yourself.
Yeah.
As long as like instead of saying shall I blizzard, just scream I'm ulting, I'm blizzard, and I'm blizzarding, right? That means Eren's gonna go, okay, well he's committing his ult, I'm not gonna commit mine. Sky's gonna go, oh okay, he's using his ult, I don't need to shatter, right? The wrong way to do it is just to throw it in and not say anything. Because that results in everybody throwing it in, right?
Yep.
Like fair enough, there are some situations where you do want to hold on to your ult, but if you genuinely think the fight is winnable when it's messy and you think you can pull it back with the ult, just go for it. As long as you tell your team you're doing it.
Pretty sure we don't.
No, you don't because it's too late.
Yeah.
Like the whole point of blizzarding there would have been, because I remember watching this back. I gave Fluffy a VOD review the other day on this map, and I watched it back. Both your Lucio and your Ryan would have come back because you would have stalled the point with Blizzard, and they both have their roles. Like you could have won this point. The reason you lost it was down to hesitation. I just have a bit more confidence in yourselves.
Rank call again. Oh, never mind.
Don't be scared to commit an ult or two, guys. Oh, look at me go, telling you the same thing.
Get back and set up on a high
I
ground.
did ask.
Everyone.
Don't
They
ask, just
should've-
do it. Just do it.
They should have copied.
It's like I said this before.
Hey there, sword.
Possibly rally.
God damn it!
No one gonna tell her
What did you say? Hi.
They just said hey there.
Yeah, they did rally.
Staring at each other on the left.
So
Bro.
Ross, you saw them rally. Why did I have to tell you to tell her?
I don't know.
Like if you see an ult and your ult tracker calls they have it, tell your ult tracker no they used it.
Okay.
Also try and say when, like say they ulted last fight, or if it was a super long messy fight and they ulted at the very start of the fight, they could be 60, 70, maybe even 75% back to that ult. So do bear that in mind, but don't be scared to say they used it at the start of last fight or they used it at the end of last fight.
Winston.
Drop on Winston. The Winston drops on us.
Did you drop?
Jason,
Okay, drop
recall.
Ryan. Drop to Ryan. Drop
Drop to
Ryan.
Ryan,
Yeah, I'm on
good call. I'm on Ryan.
Tracer's here,
Freezing
Tracer's-
tracer.
Tracer's
Break.
right side.
Coming.
Don't worry about the tracer. You have a nice juicy core you can run up right on cart. Like your McCree can deal with that Tracer. Don't worry about it. Like the amount the Zarya's had, like it's good that you're turning around because I know what you're looking for, right? You want to bubble your support that's going to dive. That's fine, but don't get too distracted by a flanker. When you're playing rush, you'll be surprised. Even Tracer with high mobility, you can just leave her behind. You're like 6 of you running on that Zarya on cart will kill that Zarya before the Tracer even gets the support to half health.
Tracer's right side behind.
Copy, copy, copy,
Careful,
copy.
Steph, careful.
Get the copy,
Oh,
get the copy, get the
Oh,
copy.
God, I'm
I'm freezing the copy, freezing the copy.
Copy,
Tracer's
copy,
behind,
copy.
Tracer's behind.
Comms really good. Copy, copy, copy. I'd like them, like I said, to be a bit more enthusiastic. Like, I've noticed that a lot of the time you'll call somebody, like, as a team, it's not just one person that does this. Like, a target will called about 3 times, and then it'll stop. Like, keep calling it. If they're not dead, keep calling it. If it feels weird to just go constantly, like just try and add something and like Zari cart, Zari cart, not Zari no bubble, Zari no bubble. Like just keep
The
saying
reasons
something.
I mostly stopped calling them is because I don't think they're killable anymore. So
Then call a different target.
yeah.
Like call
I
something.
just say it anyway.
If they're not killable, like you've already engaged in the fight, right? You're past the point of no return. You're committed. So your 2 options are you carry on killing the Zarya, or you swap to a better target. If you're saying she wasn't killable, but there's nobody else better to kill, still try and kill that Zarya. Like if she's still the most like valuable target or the easiest target to capitalize on, still call it. Even if you know you think she's got a bubble back or something like that. If there's no better target to go on and you're committed like you are now, like you're in the middle of a fight, just keep calling it.
Behind, Tracer's behind.
Copy dead. Pulls, watch out. The pulls.
Tracer, Tracer, Tracer.
Take high ground
Why
again,
don't
take
I
high ground again.
fucking melee? Oh
Tracer
yeah, high
John.
ground, high ground.
She doesn't get out of here.
Did they use
Don't worry
nano?
about the Tracer. The Tracer gets out.
No, no,
I wanted her, bro. I
You
went
don't
up
care
there.
about that
Bap,
Tracer.
bap, 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 get the high ground.
Copy, nano.
Do it left to right.
Primal.
That's sad talking, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, I tried to.
You're talking while Erin's trying to ult track. You realize that, right?
I knew. I'm sorry.
No.
I think you might need to turn
That's
Erin
very
up
valid.
because you talk over her a lot.
Yeah, I think it's my bad. Like
What did they
Yeah.
use last fight?
Yeah, they get
the
round,
sound,
that's why.
it's
Okay.
weird. I don't know. Like I'll check
Drop in the
into
They
that.
have no pulls. They have no pulls as well. They're pulls on.
Good call.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, Winston. Yeah, that's what
Okay.
I
Drop.
stopped calling him there.
Okay,
because
drop
he
right,
dropped.
You couldn't see anyone. That's fine. That's fine. Like I don't mind that too much.
Yeah, I'm on Ryan. Tracer's here.
Freezing
Tracer's
Tracer.
Tracer's
Break,
right side.
Tracer
Coming.
Tracer fell back.
Tracer's right side behind.
Copy, copy, copy,
Careful,
copy.
Steph, careful.
Get the copy,
Oh,
get the copy, get the
Oh,
copy.
God, I'm
I'm freezing the copy, freezing the copy.
Copy,
Tracer's
copy,
behind,
copy.
Tracer's behind, Tracer's behind.
Copy dead. Pulls, watch out. The pulls.
Tracer, Tracer, Tracer.
Take high
Also,
ground
your
again, take high
Lucio
ground
should be able to deal with a Tracer. Like
Oh yeah, high ground,
100%.
high ground.
She doesn't get out of here.
again. Did they use nano?
No, no, we both missed the elevator. Bap, high ground,
Copy.
bap, get the high ground.
Copy, nano.
Do it left to right.
Primal. Grab.
Like she's called 4 ults. You're not even in the game and you're talking over her. And your
That's
voice is a lot louder than hers is.
Yes.
Like if you hear her voice at the end of a fight, you shut the fuck up. And that goes for everyone. You let her talk. Unless she asks you a question, you let her talk. Once she's
Yeah, I'm a
done,
bit of an
once
asshole, so-
she's done talking, Sad should then talk, and all of you shut the fuck up, and you let Sad talk. Right? That's the way. it should work.
Obviously, when I'm actually in game, not.
Yes, yeah, when you're in game.
But now.
I'm gonna look for a graph this fight.
So I'm gonna look for a
Sad
grab this fight. Like that's your win condition. That's fine, right?
Falcon.
I mean,
Yeah,
I would probably
that's
grab
fine.
Blizzard here because I think you've got Blizzard.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we
you-
need you to quiet down.
Yeah, you can't talk.
Fine.
You
I don't
can't
see
talk.
anyone.
Winston's
side, left side.
Low ground.
Drop on
I'm gonna
Zarya
boop-
left.
I'm gonna boop. I'm gonna boop.
I should have told that earlier.
I'm not being funny. Like you just saw her come around. I think this is fine. Your
Yeah.
team are already on the high ground. They should be ready to push with you. There's no like if you can get here this quickly, they should be no less than a second behind. And that's being generous. As soon as you maybe give it like half a second, say sorry, it's low ground, Russia, right? Maybe wait like half a second, but other than that, like your team should be ready to run on this area, and she's way overextended. She is on her own. You're playing Brawl. You absolutely annihilate this kill.
Don't drop. I'm
yep.
gonna boop them when they come up.
So Eren counter calls you, which is bad. She says, "Don't drop. I'm gonna boop them when they come up."
I was already down.
But three of you are already down. Like you just like this is bad by Aaron. You just commit. Like that Zarya should die.
Wait, these sword.
Yeah, sorry.
I walled off them off.
Great
Kill the
play.
brig.
Yeah,
Nice.
You eventually
Let's
did.
do
Echo.
Anna.
Monkey's here,
Anna,
monkey's here.
monkey,
Left
monkey,
side,
monkey,
left side.
monkey. Give a monkey,
Primal.
grab your monkey.
Check
Monkey.
objective.
I'm going to point.
Monkey though, monkey.
Monkey.
So why did I call check objective there?
Because someone's
Trace was trying to
pushing.
see nine.
Why else?
The squishy's on point instead of going for the Winston.
Hey.
Who is ulting.
No, obviously this is a little bit cheeky from me because I know who was on cart. But you can know this too, right? Because who have you seen? You've killed the brig. You've killed the
You've seen everyone
We
but
killed
the
the
Tracer.
Zarya, who is the only other non-squishy.
Who are their supports? What supports are they running?
Lucio Moyer?
No,
Or Lucio
Brig.
Allen?
Brick.
Brig.
Oh, Lucio Brig, is it? I think.
No. They're playing
No.
double
No.
bubble.
I thought they had Lucio.
Anna, who have you seen this fight? You've killed the brig. You've killed the Zarya. You've seen Monkey. You've seen Echo.
It says in the top right it's Anna.
Like,
It's Lucio Anna.
yeah, it's Anna's on cart. Like, you don't care about this primal monkey. Just go fucking touch cart and kill the Anna.
Monkey.
Nice.
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 Tracer's
Rotate their
point, Tracer's
objective.
point.
Was not stacking on
Tracer. Yeah, I was just calling stuff.
Take high ground again.
That's fine. That's fine.
High ground.
Stack and run on high ground. That's
On the
fine.
elevator, like we don't need to drop. I can just boop them down.
Okay.
So don't use grab.
They're coming into payload. They're a payload.
You can grab point if you need to.
Help me,
so-
help me, help me. I'm gonna die if you don't help.
Stack and Ryan.
I'm
Hollywood
That's right.
Street space is so fucking hard.
It's just a little bit disjointed. They regrouped pretty fast by the time you guys set up.
Have they used copy yet?
Oh yeah, Ross,
No.
don't try and survive
Yeah,
when
copy
you're like
equals
when you're
nano.
dead. Just
Right.
die quick. You do
Did you not
that
see
a
what I
lot.
was doing?
We're
I
gonna.
was sat
there, bro.
We're gonna.
Yeah, but you walled yourself.
Yeah,
Like,
I took a
Don't
second, then I
don't
was
even
like, I
try.
need to die now.
I'm not there.
If someone can
Stall,
touch.
got melted.
Okay, get back.
No.
Back.
I got melted.
Can you bubble me out, sword?
I didn't know where you Yeah, were. Not really. Yeah, go.
There are a
Fine.
few points
Stabilize
like
it.
in Overwatch which are like really hard, like Volskaya second,
Our win
Hollywood
condition on
second,
theirs.
both. Also Rialto sometimes.
Graph mailed right now.
There's this
You
grab.
guys in general just stagger
Yeah,
quite a lot.
grapples.
Something you
I'm
need to
always
work on.
complete. What do you mean no?
Oh, nano
check.
monkey.
Wait for Ryan. Stack on Ryan.
We have all sushi.
Stack on Ryan. Fluffy.
What's the plan? What's the plan?
I'm gonna graph early and then we mailed.
Okay.
Cool.
So
Good
Ready?
plan.
right side, going top right.
May
Someone's high
ready?
ground. Yes, someone's high ground.
Yes, monkey.
They're probably
ready.
gonna.
Somebody's high ground.
Who cares?
Who?
Good answer. Who the fuck cares? Your plan is grab Blizzard, and there's 3 juicy targets in front of you. Just fucking run on them and grab Blizzard them. You then kill
I'm
the
pretty
people.
sure that's what we do.
Yeah.
They're gonna drop the pulse.
No.
Cool. Good play.
Break.
But where's your Ryan?
Uh,
Oh, Ryan. Okay, he's a little bit further behind.
No,
Next.
no,
little,
no.
yeah.
He gets there.
Sorry,
He gets
no,
there.
no.
Right behind.
Trace no recall. I'm freezing copy.
Copy.
I don't know how that
That's
charge
unlucky.
to connect. That was
What was
unlucky.
that? Yeah.
That's
George, you're
unlucky.
fearless. You've got 30 HP and you're pressing
I'm gonna get
W.
mega.
That's so.
That's how it should be.
That's fucking Overwatch sometimes.
Ult check.
Yeah. What did they just use? I died early in the fight.
You like that,
They used
James?
Copy.
They
That's
use
good.
rally in the grab.
They
We
still
can
have
high
pulse,
noon
and they
shatter
still-
this fight.
they still
James, I
have-
did it that time.
It was a really good call. I'm gonna be a little bit nitpicky here. Just try and say what they've used. Like you said, they rallied in the grav. That could be easily misheard as they rallied and graved. Like, don't overcomplicate things. What do they use? They use rally.
And copy.
Pulse, nano.
Other than that,
And
really
copy.
good.
Yeah, and copy.
Ready whenever.
Yeah, shatter when you want.
Go on.
Who's the target? Call.
I
The
should
instant
that.
shatter.
Try and save your bubble for when the Rhine's going. Like, if you know the Rhine's going to shatter, try and bubble him like as he shatters or just after. Otherwise, that happens.
Targets.
Yeah, monkey.
You love a primal monkey.
Bro, what else am I gonna hit?
Tracers
There
left.
was-
That was a Zarya behind, I think, or somewhere.
Oh, I
That was
didn't
an
notice that.
Maybe come back a bit. We don't need to
Yeah,
go
I got
too
back.
far.
Get to
I-
this corner where I am.
Mm.
Sometimes I just get hungry for tracers, man, and I just keep going.
I've almost got mail again.
Sorry. Oh no, I gotta go
They
back.
still have primal.
Second round.
Monkey's on me.
Monkey
probably
left,
a
monkey
pulse
left,
again.
monkey left. Monkey one.
Back
Monkey
right.
one.
We're grabbed in the
Well,
back. We're
wait,
grabbed
wait,
in the
wait.
back.
How do you guys get grabbed that far behind when your Ryan is not playing there?
I said stagger
There's a
round
split.
even.
Split.
Stack on your Ryan hut. It wouldn't happen.
Sorry, a point.
Monkey.
Oh, I shouldn't have gone back.
Nice. Monkey
that's
in the back line.
Pulse
Monkey in
ball.
the back line.
Echo.
Where?
Like, I know you guys are like hyped and calling targets, but the call here should just be reset. You guys try and back up here. Like, look how much the cart pushes before you guys die.
I always get
Copy.
triggered when
Can I
someone
use
falls
rally
off
in
and
the
they
grab?
survive. My bad.
They
We
still
can
have
high
pulse,
noon
and they
shadow
still-
this fight.
They still have pulse nano.
So I'm gonna
Right,
call
look for shadow.
like fight lost and look where the cart is.
Yeah, shadow when you want.
Go on.
Now it's next
Choose
fight,
the
isn't it?
targets.
Okay.
Call targets.
Monkey.
Oh,
one,
yeah,
one,
primarily
one.
monkey.
So next fight,
Tracer,
I'm gonna
tracer,
call
tracer.
when I would have
Tracer,
called like fights lost, like reset. Take a mental note of where the cart
Yeah,
is,
back.
and then
Get this corner
take
one.
another mental note of where the cart is when all of you finally die.
I've almost got mail again.
Do
Sorry.
you,
Oh no, I gotta go
They
back.
still have primal.
Second round.
Monkey's on me.
Monkey
probably
left,
He even
monkey
says
left.
it as well.
Monkey one.
Yep.
Monkey one.
We're
Even
grabbed
call
in the-
second
we're
round.
grabbed in the back.
Sorry, a point.
Monkey. Nice.
You've got beat up, so this is fine.
Monkey in the back line.
Alright.
Monkey in the back line.
Echo.
Your Ryan is now dead.
Ross,
Fight
why
is
do you
lost.
call Echo?
Cause she was 1 health, bro. I'm triggered. This happens, bro. I just do
So
it.
you've lost 4 people now. Your Ryan is dead. Your main healer, your flex support is dead. Like this fight is now lost. The cart is on corner. I just passed cart
do
now.
you I've done this with other teams before, but what about minus calls? Those are really good ways. I've always used minus calls as ways to reinforce resetting.
You want about like calling your advantages and disadvantages, so like 4v4, 3v4, like 5v5.
Yeah, it's a really good way to remind people when they need to reset.
I agree. It's almost like we spoke about that last VOD review, isn't it? It's almost like I gave you a great example of that happening, wasn't it?
I
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
here.
Oh wait, I did do that. You know,
Yeah, when
you're totally
someone
right.
dies, he just calls out. Yeah, what's the status?
I totally agree. The only reason why I haven't mentioned it is because, like I said on Jib, you guys have clearly taken some things on board that I've said to you. I don't expect you guys to enforce at all and perfectly everything I tell you. I'm not too fussed that you weren't doing it because you're doing a lot of the other things. Like there is clear improvement here, so I'm actually quite like I'm proud. Like there is defo improvement here. There are more things you could be doing. There are always more things you could be doing, and that's one of those things. But right now, like just the fact that you started helping Sad, you've called targets, you've called alt check, etc. Like that's fine. Like baby steps, right? One thing at a time. We'll get there.
I only made.
Where?
So cart is
Behind
pushing,
five.
cart is pushing,
We need to play Storm now.
Yeah,
You've
we
now
don't
lost-
need to-
Well, we can-
and cart is now probably about halfway down there.
Yes.
I think
Oh.
so too.
Yeah, it's about halfway down there. It's taken half of that straight.
I'm
You're,
gonna touch last second. You can wait,
and watch what happens.
regroup, and wait. Three,
Yeah, wait at right
two,
side. Wait right side.
1. I'm touching.
Your Ryan has to wait for you two, Erin and Zord, to get there,
You have
which
time
means
to
you've lost key time. Like this is like so close now. You could have had more time if you reset quick. Like Fluffy feels like he has to go out. It was a bit of a feed by him, but he felt like he had to go out because it was so close. Whereas you guys could have given yourselves more time by resetting better. Like not only did they get cart push for free, like if you did this correctly, you would not only die quicker, but you'd actually stop cart progress. So it would be even further back, right?
And no nade.
Monkey.
Cart probably would have been like. Cart probably would have been like at the gate by the time you guys came out, which means you guys would have had time to like
Monkey.
actually push.
Okay, monkey. Monkey's.
Monkey.
I've died.
Like I know it sounds
Rain call.
Don't see 9.
like a bit
don't see 9.
mean, but
it's
like
only
that
Ross
second
there.
or two
Ross
cost you
call,
this
Ross
fight.
call.
Ross there.
Alright, it didn't cost you this fight. It cost
What
you
am I
any
supposed to
chance
call,
of
bro? The
winning
whole
this
team's
fight.
here and it's just me.
True.
Anything, bro.
I'm on Anna in the back. I'm on Anna.
You should always be calling something. Somebody should always be calling something.
Died.
If it's a chaotic, like that was mid fight. It's
There
not
was
like
too
I'm
much
poking
pressure. there was way too much pressure. I had no idea. I was just trying to play the game and trying to stall.
Yeah,
Target priority was.
we stayed McCree the whole time
Okay, you can
of
run
the
Reaper,
stall. Like,
and
isn't that a
not-
throw? Like, you can buy.
You know what? I actually, it's funny you should say that. I discussed that with Fluffy in his odd view. I don't mind the Kree pick. He was very fucking good on Kree. But I did suggest the Reaper may have been a better swap there. He could have got out quicker. He has more stall potential because he can Wraith on cart. He also has a lot more survivability. Like Reaper still fits into your comp and would have been better at stalling. But at the same time, a good Kree, can also be very valuable. The problem wasn't so much that he was on Kree, it's that you guys staggered. If
Yeah,
you
what's his
guys had like, huh?
he's really good. What's his SR?
2.5.
Really?
Supposedly, that's what he told me. Even though I called him out, I was like, "Are you smurfing?" He was like, "No, I'm 2.5." But yeah, like the Kree wasn't necessarily the issue. The issue was that like if you guys hadn't staggered and you'd had time to actually re-engage, you guys could have pushed in and he could have had a nice off angle. The problem was that you just rushed it because you didn't give yourself enough time. Assistant coach, that it is not a.
Sorry.
Nope.
Wall. We're gonna take
Okay,
high
we're
ground.
I'm gonna
Second
Reaper,
round,
I'm
second
gonna
high
take
ground, cool.
High ground, left stairs.
Why though?
What do you think?
Like, you can rush the recall. It's better.
You can.
Like, there's no. What did you gain by taking this rotation? You used some abilities, like you even bubbled, like you wasted shield a bit,
Yeah, but we can so easily sit and regen all those resources.
and you waste time.
So
That's fine. Like you can take a couple of seconds. You do have a point here, but I want you guys to discuss it and figure out why. I'm gonna give you a hint. You've done this rotation many times before, right?
Mhm.
And it's good. It's been a good rotation when you've done it before. Why is it not so great right now?
They're not set up on high ground.
That can be a factor, but it's not the one I'm looking for.
It gives them time to react.
No.
No, not really. No.
And they're playing like a hybrid dive, right?
Not too fussed about that.
What are they playing? They have
Sorry.
It doesn't matter what they're playing here.
Oh.
What are you guys playing?
roll.
Brawl.
Close
Zarya.
with big German man
And we're
with
not
hammer.
playing poke, so we don't need a higher ground.
Not true. You
Oh.
always want high ground.
Well,
Tell
yeah.
me your composition hero by hero.
Ryan. Sorry.
Yep.
Lucio.
Makery.
You're not running Makery.
No.
Aren't we?
What are we running?
I'm definitely May.
Hanzo.
Hanzo.
Oh, I get you now.
Why is this rotation not needed? Who would you be rotating to this high ground, usually, in the comp that you play?
the Curry.
Your
But
core,
Hanzo's gonna be
or your
high ground
big one.
anyways, so it's,
Yeah.
it's not necessary.
You take this rotation for usually with your normal comp for two reasons. You push them off the high ground, and you set your Kree and your BAP up, right? But your BAP can jump up on his own once you guys push forward, and Hanzo can just wall climb up. So you don't really need to do it. I'm not saying it's a bad push. I'm not saying it's a bad rotation. It does give you guys an advantage. You have high ground. You can choose when to engage. They can't like surprise you and rush you because you're on high ground. They physically can't get to you. If they want to get to you, they have to go through stairs. You see that coming, so you do have that advantage. I'm not saying it's a bad rotation. I'm saying it's less vital because you're running Hanzo.
But they have mobility, don't they?
No,
they have
not
Echo,
really.
Echo Winston. What do they have?
Wow.
They
Not
do,
left
but if
wall.
they're wasting their mobility while you guys are just sitting up there hard shielding, cool. If she uses her shift, if Monkey uses jump, like if Diva uses boosters, and you trade those resources for like a little bit of shield health, that's your win. You win that exchange.
I would have probably wanted to
gonna take
engage
high
after
ground.
Zara bubbled like the.
Well, Zarya's just trying to build charge here. This is fine. Like,
Yeah, but
doesn't
then they
doesn't
you
do
can
a great
call
job
them-
of it. But
What you
But, like-
do, what would you have done to win as the enemy team?
what they're playing.
Second round.
Take high.
Like before I talk about that, like Zarya building out like charge here is fine because she's gonna have bubbles by the time you take your next engage from high ground, and she's going to have charge. So this is fine.
If I could
Like
build
you could
charge.
view this rotation as another positive for this reason, right? It gives your team time to build up their resources, or it gives your Zarya time to build up charge to then have bubbles again with charge in the in your actual engage. And it doesn't cost you any. Like if you took a fight here and done one bubble of rotation, playing a little bit more passive as Zarya does, she plays a little bit slower than D.Va. You would be taking a shit more ton of spam if you had like pushed main here, right? So that energy would have cost you more resources or more health. Whereas if he could have like got all those stickies on him and bubbled, voice crack, and bubbled, that's free, right? Because all you're using for that charge is literally the bubble and maybe a little bit of shield.
High ground, left stairs.
So what would I have done? They're playing double bubble still. Well, first things first, I would have been set up on the high ground already. So I would have been set up here. So you guys have to fight me for the high ground. Like right now, you get this high ground for free, and that's part of the problem. So the monkey should be up here. The Zarya can be on that back high ground, or hell, even Zarya can be up here if she wants to be super aggro. Not the best position, but it's better than being on the low ground. The Ana will be back there. She'll lob in a nade. Echo will be ready, like either on that high ground or she's used shift to get an off angle, maybe to the right here, and like that, just take chip shots at you, take spam damage, make you pay for the high ground. Like the reason why this is so valuable for you right now is because you've taken this great position for 0 cost.
Everyone's taking Ryan,
Yeah,
Echo
what's the
one.
plan now?
Imagine if he got 40 charge, he maybe sitting on like 25 right now, and he has both his bubbles by the time you've made this rotation. So it doesn't matter that you've used those bubbles in the rotation. Like, to answer your question, what I would do if I was them, like you've won this fight already because they've played poorly.
Yeah.
Monkey. Where's
I've got a
Tracer
wall.
in the
Can we
back line.
resources?
Tracer in the.
Look at you guys getting distracted by the tracer again.
Fine, Tracer's fine.
Can we chill for resources?
Yeah.
Tracer,
Like you shouldn't have to chill for resources because you guys should have played faster to begin with.
fine.
Like now they're making you fight for this position, right? They're doing what they should have done from the very start.
Monkey.
Are you
Okay, they've got no
Fluffy,
bubble.
with
We can go into if you want.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
ready.
3, 2,
3,
1,
2,
go.
Ah, that sucks.
They're walled off.
I don't know why you
You-
walled there.
That was a bad wall.
Pull a target.
I think he
Yeah.
wanted to take a fight on point and wall like the supports off, but realized that they were all playing back in there, so broke the wall.
I have a question.
Go on.
What's the point of waiting and regening resources when you go in without both your bubbles?
What?
This is what I was trying to convey a second ago, right? Like the fact that you guys took too long, they then made you
We're back.
fight for the high ground, right? You should have engaged while you had those bubbles. Is my point.
Yeah. Like, what we did was we chilled for resources, but we ended up having less resources than before we chilled.
I mean, yes and no. Like you didn't have bubbles up, but you were a couple of seconds closer to getting those bubbles. It's not like he called chill for resources and then he popped both bubbles after that, right? Like you did have, like look,
I'm slapped.
he's got both his bubbles now, and you're only really just starting the fight, so this isn't too bad.
Yeah, I guess so.
But the main reason for this is you were up there too long. You just play like it was a great rotation, like even more so that they let you have it for free, but you then kind of waited a bit too long, and they then took advantage of your hesitation.
So the correct thing to do is identify core and rush core. Like,
Yeah, just play faster. Just make a decision and play faster. That's literally it. It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to, always have a set target in mind before you go in. Like, obviously, it would be great to, but it's not.
I
I'm
don't
not too
always.
fussed about that right now.
I don't
Right?
always
I
annoying.
just want you guys playing faster to begin with. Like I said, baby steps, right?
Break.
I just think that if I jumped
Break
without
left side,
rockets,
break left side.
Ryan,
or jumped or like cold speed.
Your purple, your purple,
Yeah.
your purple, come back.
Who's on objective? Sorry.
I am noticing that there are less location like information calls now, but
Tracer's here,
that's fine.
Tracer.
Tracer on point. Tracer on point.
Tracer,
Tracer
use
Oh,
point.
balls.
I'd speak too soon.
Tracer point. Nice.
Oh my
Um,
god,
good
I'm
fight.
literally doing.
Lucius, stay point.
Absolutely
Rest of them
nothing.
come with me. We
yeah,
go high
I'm on
ground.
car. Push up, push up.
We go high ground.
You
to
say you're
elevator
doing
Yeah,
nothing,
take
right
high
Ross,
ground, I'm
but
on
you
cart.
just
I'm
being
on the
alive
top,
is
my
scaring the
friends.
shit out of that
Come here to
monkey.
this building. Like,
That's
cover.
fair.
It's scaring the shit out of that tracer.
Yeah, they're all on high ground.
Yeah.
You have to
Okay,
find
stack
your
'em
own
right,
and when
stack
Is
'em
Ross
right.
even here?
I'm back.
Elevator.
Could be.
Fuck's sake. Did you hear what I just said?
NATO. What's up? I did say I was going.
Listen.
Break,
break,
break, break, break.
Break, break, break,
Back
break,
on
break.
vibe.
Break left side, break left side.
Ryan, right. Break, break, break,
Careful,
break,
you're
break.
purple, you're purple, you're purple. Come back.
Who's on objective? Sorry.
Resolve.
Did we get the
Nice.
tracer? Tracer's. Tracer's here, tracer.
Tracer on point, tracer on point,
Tracer
tracer point,
falls.
tracer point. Tracer point, tracer point, tracer. Nice.
Oh my
Um,
god, I'm literally doing.
Lucius, stay point.
Absolutely
Rest of them
nothing.
come with me. We
Yeah,
go.
I didn't know what you're gonna say.
What am I gonna say?
I'm cluttering the comms by being a bitch.
I mean, yeah, that is one thing, but that wasn't what I was gonna say. Why do you think you're doing nothing?
I can't get any walls.
I saw 2 wolves.
No, they weren't good walls.
The first one was pretty shit, I'll give you that. The second one wasn't bad. The second one meant the Zarya had to then walk around it. It wasn't fantastic, but what else are you doing?
Existing.
Yeah, that's literally the answer. Just by existing, you're scaring the shit out of that tracer because you can one-shot her. Just by existing, you're scaring the shit out of that monkey because he doesn't want anything to fucking do with you. He wants to stay as far away from you as possible.
Mhm.
Like, just you being alive is giving value.
Go high
I'm on
ground.
cart.
Which
push
is why
up,
it's
push up.
important not to feed.
We go high ground to elevator
Yeah,
right
take high
side.
ground, I'm on cart.
I'm on the top, my friends.
Come
Can I
here
have
to
a
this
question
building.
while it's
Cover.
running? While
Sorry?
it's on, you can let it run, let the video on.
Yeah, they're all on
I
high ground.
find
Yeah.
Stack 'em
Hollywood
right, stack 'em
second
right.
really hard. Like I
Elevator?
don't know what to do.
Could maybe
Even
go
if
for the
like, what's the
break
correct
left.
thing to do? Even
Get
if we
high
take,
ground.
even if we take high ground,
Drop on them.
they can jump on the cart and whatever kill, like the Lucio pushing or whatever.
We talked about this like in a not pretty recent VOD.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Even if we spoke about it in a previous VOD, did we literally just not discuss the exact same concept on first point?
Yeah, true.
Like, you want to push the high ground to take them off it. You want to push the high ground off so that even if they do jump to cart, you now have a Bap and Kree on the cart who are untouchable. Sorry, you have a Bap and Kree on high ground who are untouchable because they've dropped.
Yeah, I remember a scrim where we played against. I remember playing ball. I was playing ball maybe, and then we played against a brawl team, which just stayed in the room underneath and held the cards. You remember that?
Yeah, it's a valid strat.
You pressed F1 again.
I did, yeah. It's on my mouse next to my push to talk button. It's a valid strat, but it depends on what you're running, right? Like, you guys run a Kree, usually. So you want that high ground position. If you're going to hold in that car, like in that, like, behind your Zarya right now, they were probably running like May Reaper. Like, you want to play around your advantages, right?
Not their disadvantages.
Yeah, okay. And then
Like, I
What's
think
the-
I think the thing you're struggling with, right? And I don't mean this in an offensive way. I think you struggle to understand the strength and concept of high ground. Like, why do I
no,
tell
I
you
get that, but
guys?
specifically on Hollywood, it's a little bit scuffed.
Well, you say that, but like we've just spoken about 2 different points on Hollywood now, and you haven't understood the concept or reasoning of taking high ground on both of them. So, like, my question to you is, why do I tell you guys to stack on Ryan? Like, I'm constantly moaning at you guys, like, play closer to your Ryan, play closer to your Ryan. Now,
Isn't
do
that
you?
just how you play the comp?
Well, yes and no, right? Let's take your normal comp. Ryan Diva, yeah, May Cree, Lucio Bap.
I mean, I feel like if we stack together, we use the most out of our abilities, and also we can reach a certain
That's
target.
part of a reason, yeah,
You
yeah.
won't
So,
get picked
you know,
off.
Like if Diva,
hey, that's the answer I'm looking for. Who said that?
what was that? What was
Me,
that?
sword.
So the reason I tell you, so to go over it, when you're playing stacked, your BAP gets more value, your Lucio gets more value,
Yeah,
and
using
you're
our
always in a
abilities
and you're
first.
always in a position to follow up, right? But the core reason is if you are super close as a 6, you're untouchable. Unless they're running a brawl and they also do the same thing and run into you guys, like, what's the chances of them killing you while you're like, have a DM or a shield or a BAP right next to you? Like, you're not going to die, right? Like, what's a little tracer going to do tickling your backside while you're literally clumped up as a 6? She's not going to do anything, right?
They don't.
And if she does, it's a very poor play on your team's part. So, with that in mind, why am I now telling you to push high ground? And then in your scenario, right, you've said, okay, they've dropped to low ground. So my suggestion is your team follows them to low ground, but your BAP and your Kree don't follow. They stay on high ground. Why is that?
So they can give support and don't die, and the Kree's there to protect BAP.
They have enough angle, which is good.
Sort of. Let's talk about a brawl mirror, right? I know this is slightly different because they're running double bubble, but let's consider this as a brawl mirror.
They can't kill BAP, or support, while we're fighting them.
You would normally be clustered together for safety, but if they can't fucking reach you, you're more safe than ever, right? So you can afford to leave 2 people on the high ground, and they have an even safer position. They have a better vantage point. They can see more. They can give more information. They see more of the battlefield. Like, it is just better all over. Like, there is no disadvantage to it.
Okay, I think I get the first point, but
Now,
after that,
on from that, like, if they're playing double bubble, they can get back up to the high ground, right? So the Brig can't get to the high ground. The Ana can't get to the high ground. Echo can spam. Monkey can get to the high ground. Zarya can't. Right? Tracer can, but she won't get there in time. Your Kree can deal with that. Your Kree and BAP can deal with that whilst helping you guys. And if they can't deal with that, what do?
Just drop.
jump down.
Just drop straight back down and get the safety of your team again. Like, it's a win-win, right? The only way they have a disadvantage there is if they are reacting too slow.
Okay, yeah, this I get, but after that, like after the first high ground, it's kind of confusing to me what you need to do in Hollywood.
What do you mean? Elaborate.
Like on this bridge, there's another bridge connecting the buildings. Also, there's a building, but you don't really have sites there, and there are multiple lower high grounds, which are, I guess, decent. There's a building, like there are places with kind of bad sight but I guess strong high grounds.
So you're telling me you have worse sightlines from high ground?
No, I mean sometimes you do.
Nay, dog.
Not really.
Sometimes,
No.
like
You can literally just go to the edge of the high ground every single time.
Okay, no, let's chill. Why do you
Like,
need
if
long
you-
sightlines? Why do you want why do you, as your team comp, want long sightlines?
you don't necessarily want that, but
You don't want them at all. Like, you want the opposite.
You want to be kissing their cheeks.
sure. But
You want close cover, right?
so what do? You split. You put the Lucy on the car.
Put Lucio on cart, you can put Diva on cart. The rest of you take high ground. The reason you take high ground, and I'm hoping to show you, but the game is taking fucking long to patch, is you use that high ground position. You know what? I'm gonna chill for a second. I'm gonna show you because it's gonna be a lot easier to show you rather than trying to explain it first of all.
Hey Zord,
Yeah,
there's a new Zarya skin.
I already bought it.
I can't get the Genji one yet. I need to get it in a loot
I
box.
I burnt my 17k coins in like 5 seconds.
I got my Hanzo skin
I
now.
don't
so-
like any of these new skins. I think they're all
What?
bad.
The
Is
Zarya
there
one
any-
is
I love the
amazing.
Genji skin. It's a better version of the shitty summer one.
Is there
Yeah,
any
Very
vent or
much.
something?
I
but
don't
look
like
at the fucking Zarya gun, my guy. It's amazing.
I don't like it.
Oh,
It's
it's archived.
not Russian. It's far too fucking Nordic. It's not Russian.
That's true, but the fucking dragon? It's a fucking dragon gun.
all right.
The
And-
gun looks good, but the skin itself.
Yeah, okay,
Ross,
but
are
I
you,
don't
are you
see
in
it.
game right now?
There, yeah.
Yes.
We're all in
Yes.
game, but not in a game. But
I'm gonna
just
invite you to.
Why?
I'm gonna invite you to a lobby, Ross.
Oh, okay.
Ross
Do you
is-
guys? Oh, you guys don't see the Overwatch right now, do you?
Nope. You could invite us all too,
76.
but
76. Oh, that's good.
open your loot box.
I have 170 loot
They-
boxes.
They decided to go very patriotic with this, didn't
Yeah,
they?
okay. I don't like the soldier, tracer, widow.
I like them a lot.
Why does the Tracer look like she's wearing an American patriotic
I mean,
clothes?
the tracer one is good.
But
I
it
don't-
doesn't
I don't
look...
care what they look like. I just want to see their guns.
I think your tracer sucks, dude.
Ah,
hate
the
every-
tracer.
I
is
hate
good.
Soldier one
every
is good.
fucking
Can I get
skin.
one more person? Synth, you online?
I'm
Alright, yeah,
online.
I am.
We're all online.
Yeah.
We're all online looking at the skins.
Oh, Ross, invite me. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
invited him, Sims.
Hello.
Oh.
What, do you need me to pick anything in particular?
Pick something spammy that plays on the ground. So soldier, Hanzo, ground echo, like something like that. Pens go
Junkrat.
Lucio.
Lucio. Okay.
Oh, well, Sad's there now, so Sad, don't pick anything, just watch.
What the
I'm
fuck?
gonna move you to spec so you can see aerial view actually, because that's probably gonna be really useful for you.
Thank you.
Eddie, bitch!
Okay,
Whoa,
don't
bro.
shoot me. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Come to second. Come to second. Low ground.
Oh, it needs to change my mouse for this is playing Lucio. There we are.
Where are you, Ross?
Onwards and-
Okay, go stand by the jail or
Like
that
there?
the green canister.
Here. So, like here.
Okay, so this is gonna be a little bit difficult to demonstrate because obviously there would be a lot more spam damage, right? But your suggestion, what would you do, Sad? Where would you play? Oh, you use damp. You fucking throw it.
I pressed the
Where would you
input
suggest
key.
to play?
I'd probably go to the high ground, but not because I understand it. Like,
No, okay. That's not the answer I want. I want you to tell me what you're suggesting. Like, you're obviously suggesting a low ground position. What would you do? Stop shooting my shield.
I mean, we can rush low ground, can't we?
So, sort of like if they were grouping up by jail or coming out there, like over there, right? You would play here and rush them, maybe.
You can play behind card until they contest.
So you want to play very passive behind car.
Until they contest, and then we push.
Okay, Lucio, come to me.
I would just let Lucio get guard and the rest high ground.
Go on here, lamp. Go back to where you were, Ross. Go on here, lamp. Bend. Go on heels.
This is gonna make you
Okay.
feel better.
Ross, start spamming me when I come around the corner, okay? So we're waiting for cart, we're waiting for cart, we're waiting for cart. Goes a little bit more forward, goes a little bit more forward, goes a little bit more forward.
The shield would have
Goes
gone
a
by
little bit
then.
more forward, a little bit more forward. Cart's still here. A little more forward, a little bit more forward. Okay, now we engage. Now we engage.
No
Stop!
resources.
Stop! 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 Look
You
at my
not want
health.
me to go, bro,
Look at my health.
Found him.
I have no shield. I've got no health.
This is why I don't play Lucio, by the way.
Go back to the same spot.
I wanna add, I mean, but you wouldn't have never gotten that far with a Reinhardt shield.
No, because there would have been more spam, right?
Yeah, you
More
you
spam.
wouldn't even
Okay.
really make it round the corner.
Lucio, come up to me. Ross, save your cooldowns.
Oh, you're up there, are you? Do you want me to stay here, do you?
The elevator.
No way. This is why
He's
it's
fixed
here.
up.
Heal me up.
Leave him alone.
Heal me up. Heal me up.
This is gonna make
Him?
you feel
Okay,
better.
cool. Go on hit. Go on speed.
Let's hustle.
Okay.
Do you want me to not take the high ground?
Don't take the high ground. Play as if you were stacked on your run and brawl. Okay. We're gonna run on that Hanzo, and
Yeah.
as soon as I shout 3, 2, 1, go, you're gonna speed amp. Okay.
Sing.
I am then going to stop when I hit him once. So I'm gonna hit him once, and I'm gonna stop. Ross, I want you to. As soon as I hit you, I want you to stop. Okay.
Okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, turn it up.
Stop. I have nearly all my health. I have nearly all my
Get you
shield.
healed up.
Yeah, I get that. But who's gonna push card?
And
Lucio can push cart. Diva can
But
push
he's
cart.
here.
Right? Yeah, like in this example, he is, right? Because I don't have the rest. Like, in this example, I don't have my Diva DMing me, right? Like, if Lucio's pushing cart, Diva DMs this rotation. If Diva's pushing cart, Lucio speeds the rotation, right? You'll get similar benefits. You'll get similar outcomes. Like, that's the reason, even though you're playing Brawl, now come up, Pens, come back up to me. Ross, stay on green like bin, and don't move.
Or stand on top of it or near it?
Just next to it.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, listen. I always get
He's just
like
giving an
I've
example.
always known that. Like, I knew that's the reason we were trying to do this, but I just think we failed at the execution, and then I don't really understand why.
Right, okay, so for this example, Pen, you're gonna stay up here, pretend you're a McCree. Okay? And you're gonna just stand at the end. Ross, you're gonna stand still. Obviously you wouldn't normally stand still, but we'll be able to get onto you quicker, and you'd be a Brawl, you'd be staying in a relative. And I just want you to spam on him, okay? Pen? Just spam him. Right. Come to the corner.
Stand still?
Yeah, stand still. Right, 3, 2, 1. Spam Hanzo, spam Hanzo. He's dead.
And if it's a Kree, it's even faster.
If this Hanzo's a Kree, I guess he can contest, but he's gonna be shit scared and too distracted to contest because there's a Reinhardt in his face. What does the Kree do to our Kree up there?
Not a lot.
Not a lot, right? There's nothing he can do. Absolutely nothing he can do.
Can you show an example of a bad execution of this concept?
I mean, didn't I do that at the very start? When I pushed from here?
No, I mean on the high ground. Like, cause sometimes we will take high ground and lose it.
Yeah, I can show you a bad execution. Roscoe Reinhardt.
Sure, I thought
To a bad execution, Ross, go right
Excuse me! I have to go all the way back to spawn, bro. Can you come and taxi?
Also, we play double shield. Like on Brawl, it's I think more easier, but on double shield it was kind of tough.
I'm just gonna miss you by a mile.
I didn't even see it, bro. What do you mean it was tough on double shield?
Remember? Probably still remembers when we played Hollywood on double shield and we got rolled.
Yeah.
See this poor Ross
On
right
fir-
now.
didn't we switch it on second point? Not sure.
No, we
Okay.
stayed
Where are you two at the moment?
We're coming to lift.
No, I don't want you on high ground. I want you on low ground.
No, that other lift.
Go back to where you were. Okay, so this time, I want you to walk out as if you're coming out from spawn, right? So pretend you guys are running out of spawn, and we just take a super fast engage and rush you.
What? From the spawn I was at as hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when you see me jump down, you speed amp and kite me.
You ready, son?
So you walk out, I'm gonna come for you.
Just
and you
follow me.
You
Just
speed
follow
amp
me.
and kite me, okay? Ready? Start coming
Yep.
out. Now kite. Kite.
Where the fuck you guiding to?
We're kiting, bro. It doesn't
Like,
matter
what
where
can
we're
I do?
kiting
What
to.
can I do?
It doesn't matter where we're kiting to.
And now they kite took us in, like, that was a bit of a weird kite. But they go into a position where they want to take the fight. Maybe they, maybe they kite as a team. Stop shooting me, please. Stop shooting. For fuck's sake, guys. I'm trying to explain something here.
I'm off screen teabagging you.
I can see you, bro. So, a smart rotation here. Their whole team's coming out of spawn, they've regrouped. They kite me to here. And then ebb and flow, they then fucking rush me while I'm here. What's my BAP and my Kree gonna do from up there?
Fuck, jump down. Jump down and try and save you.
They
But
will
I'll
play
die.
it easy.
I'll die before they get to me, right? So that would be a good
Well, they can't do
counterplay.
anything then, can they?
Exactly. That would be a good counterplay. Obviously, if that's assuming Lucio's on cart, right? If Lucio's with me, I could have matched that kite, but I wouldn't have gone in their half. I wouldn't have gone down to here unless I knew these guys were ready to follow up.
I think it's.
That's my Lucio at.
I think it's
Wow,
far
you
more-
fucking shattered me.
I think it's more useful this type of thing than watching stream.
So do you understand why I want you guys to set up on high ground every time always?
Yeah.
I mean, don't just say yes if you don't understand. If you don't understand, say no.
I do. I really do.
Like it gives you a great vantage point.
But
you can
I
see
think
if they're
no,
coming.
I
from that-
understand the I understand the fundamental, but I think what I struggle with is adaptations and counter plays.
Okay.
You get me?
Not really, because your initial question was like, why play on the high ground when you can just play low ground with a broad comp? Like,
No, my initial question was help me. I don't understand Hollywood. Second point.
Yeah, so that's basically you saying.
well, Hollywood's second point just has a huge ton of high ground, right? Like it's just high ground city. Please don't boot me off. Like it's it gives you every opportunity to play high ground. Like there's nowhere on this map that the high ground can't see. Like yeah, you may need to rotate across the high grounds, but you can see everything from this high ground. Like if you're set up here, oh Kevin's here.
He's gone.
Give me Kevin.
Oh no, he's there.
So if you're set up here, not only do you use less resources engaging, not only can you leave people up here and they're safe, you also get great scouting, right? Like you can see if they're coming that way, you can see if they're coming that way. Now if we go back to your position, like if you were pushing cart,
They're like here.
you ain't got a clue if there's a Reaper flanking or a Tracer flanking. You ain't got a clue if they've all gone left side and they're gonna wrap around you. Like you just don't know. Because you can't see that left door.
If I'm here.
Hello.
All right.
Take your medicine.
Good slap, boys.
Hello there. You
Get back here, Tracer. Okay, I'm never catching that. But does that answer your question? Like why you should always set up on high ground on Hollywood second?
Holly ground.
High
you-
ground.
There's literally so many reasons to play high ground on Hollywood. Vantage points, scouting points, less resources to engage.
Mhm. Yeah, I get that.
Does anyone else have any questions?
No.
Are you sure? Because I'm gonna leave the VOD review here. So if you've got any questions, ask
Yeah,
me.
we're going 2 hours, bro. So
Yeah.
it's fine.
I haven't even finished my dinner yet. Just been sat here getting cold.
What are you eating?
Put it in the microwave, bro.
What you in?
Yeah, what are you eating?
I've got some spag bolt,
Ah,
Some
damn.
what?
Spaghetti bolognese.
spaghetti bolognese.
Oh, spaghetti.
Oh,
He's too British for you. He's
yeah, it's too
smackball.
British for us.
British, innit?
So yeah, so the main things from this VOD review, guys. Good job in improving the comms. There's been huge improvements. IGL, so Sad and Zord, just enthusiasm and confirming plans.
I don't know how to be more, like,
Just
enthusiastic.
be more hype. Like, I don't know. Just have 6 cans of Red Bull before you scream or something. I don't know. just be hype.
Take some LSD, you'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. Just pop some crack and go.
Forget about sleep. Have some caffeine.
Well, I was
yeah,
quite tired on the scrim day, but
Yeah, so just other than like, focusing on confirming calls and stuff like that, the comms have greatly improved, but we could still work on some more. So next time, I want you guys to really work on the flow of comms. So fight's over, ult check, ult track. Okay, you've got your ults. Plan your fight. Where do you want to fight? What ults do you want to use? Right? Try and get that nailed down every fight. Even if it's a bad plan. Even if you say we're gonna fucking window bongo fucking visor shatter. Like I
Valid.
don't fucking care. As long as you say something, it's improvement in my eyes, okay? So just work on that for next scrim.
okay.
I know
Nano
this
Diva.
I know this VOD review's been very heavily focused on comms. But I've obviously done that because
It was due to happen. Wasn't
we spoke about comms last week, so I wanted to sort of like recap on how you guys have improved and how you guys.
Oh, you got rolled.
Will we get to a point? Can we get to a point where you just you tell us to go to a training ground or whatever and work on all the mechanics?
We could.
You could, but the thing is, I don't think you guys are mechanically bad at all. I think you're quite good mechanically, all of you. That's why I'm focusing on the other bits. Because your mechanics are ahead of your IGLing, they're ahead of your calling, they're ahead of your comms, like as a team.
Okay.
Like we can definitely start looking at more like micro things like for people, right, like mechanics, like ability usage, stuff like that, we can definitely start looking at that a bit more. And I do plan on doing that a bit more now that we've covered comms quite a bit. Because obviously we've done 2 VOD reviews of comms now, so I want to look at something else next week. I'll probably like do like a quick recap to see like if you guys have listened to what I've said today and actually followed up on it, and then we'll look at actual more gameplay as such.
I also think that you should probably wait until we have a full team, or at least we don't have people trialing, because then if you
Yes and
teach
no.
someone who trials how to mechanically do something, then they leave, you've just wasted time.
Not for us.
But
Not
what
not
do
for
you want
you,
to?
but you don't know who's gonna leave.
Well, are you gonna leave?
Means if I sit there and tell Fluffy how to like use his abilities as Kree and where to position a Kree and then he leaves, and I don't tell you guys anything, like I get his point. But yeah, I totally agree. But even when I'm talking about like mechanical stuff, it will still be like from a team perspective. Like I'm a very team based coach. Like my experience in Overwatch is 99% team based.
Go team.
Like I don't even comp that much anymore. Like I very rarely play comp, and playing comp and scrims are 2 different things. Like some of the stuff I tell you to do in scrims won't work in ranked, and vice versa. Like I tell you to constantly stay with your Reinhardt, but if you're playing ranked, quite a lot of the time, like a really well timed flank with Kree or Reaper is actually really good. But would I tell you to flank as Reaper when you're playing Brawl and scrims? No way. Right, because the game just plays differently. Like there is more value in you staying together when you're working together, basically. So, although like we say, we'll go over mechanical stuff, it'll be still kind of like part bird eye view, looking over, see what's happening, but also like positioning wise, right? Like on where to position as a team and like certain individuals, how to position with your team in that particular comp, etc. Maybe try running something other than the brawl next scrim as well. Like I think your brawl's pretty
We
good.
will.
Obviously needs work, but I think your brawl is definitely strong.
We run ball, I think, one up.
Yeah, like play it for like 1 or 2 of the maps, and then maybe like go, you know what? Let's try and focus on something else.
I mean, we played dive on Jib. We played double bubble on Anubis. What else was?
I think dive's a good second comp for you guys. Like if you've got brawl pretty much now.
We played hybrid a lot.
You guys haven't played much hybrid. I know. Obviously, you're fairly. I mean, you're not really new, but obviously, I know Ross and Eric from the previous team, and I've seen.
Yeah, I said we played like the last screen.
I played a lot of it.
You did, but as a team, you haven't played much hybrid. The hybrid's a powerful comp, or it was more powerful when other heroes were stronger. But it's very, very difficult to play. Like very difficult to play. Like with brawl, like I keep talking about timing and speed, but in the essence of things, like you just go together and you press speed amp and you go brr and kill people. Whereas hybrid is very methodical. Like you need that timing to be absolutely precise. If your tracer comes in 2 seconds after the ball's already been fucking CC'd by Kree, Brig, Accretion, and he's had to get the fuck out, and then the tracer can't follow up on anything. Like it's so precise. Like you don't really get penalised too much like that in brawl. Like you will get penalised, but not to that extent.
Hello. Hello.
Who said that the new Zarya skin looks too Norse?
Sad? Did you say?
You do. Who said it?
Maybe me.
You have no idea what Norse is then.
Yeah.
Oh, and one more thing I will say, by the way, before I go.
I just don't like it.
What does Paul want? If you guys want like one-on-one mechanical coaching, just shout me. Like I'll see what I can fit.
I want some diva coaching.
Yes.
Diva!
Oh, Kevin's in the game.
Kevin, yeah.
Yeah,
ask him.
not right now. I got school tomorrow, so.
Oh, well, you can ask him.
Yeah, like so that guy that joined, our like showing thingy was our diva player, and he's honestly the best player on my team. Like he's
How
a
long have you
very
got left of
fucking
your
good diva player. Sorry,
How long have you got left of this VOD?
we're done. Why is
Yeah.
Paul asking? Do you know why Paul's asking me if I'm available?
Yeah, because we need you.
Can I join?
It's a 4-man thing.
Oof,
But we need
oof.
you. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I don't mean like that, but I need James. James, we need your help. Can you please come help us?
Okay. Right. Well, on that note, yeah, just think about what we spoke with the comms and stuff, and we'll have a review next scrim. I will catch you guys later.
See ya.
Alright, yeah.
See you.
Thank you.